Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning. Let me set up the room real quick and then we can get started. So let's see, I changed a couple of things here. It's the 28th. This set up here. And I think that's about it. All right, cool. I'll have that update right there. I'm gonna go ahead and send the link out to the other groups over here as well. So I'm gonna get the premium link sent out to you guys. There's a Zoom link for you guys right there. All right. Cool. So, yeah, let me let everyone to this room. Let's see. All right. This link over here, guys. So I'm trying out this new setup. I got another screen right here on my left side. I'm trying to get the chat to come up over here. Let's see if I could fix this. It keeps logging me out because it's the same account. Hopefully, it doesn't log me out here. Let's see here. Is the volume? Okay, I don't think this is gonna work. Like this. Let me just make sure that my hey guys, can you guys confirm that there's no echo going on? Because I think my microphone might be too close to the other computer over here. So if you guys could confirm that the okay, no more echo. Perfect, got it. Thanks, Jade. All right, so I don't know if the setup's gonna work. I have a separate laptop over here on my left side. I was trying to set it up so that the chat can just be on this side, and then let's see this one over. Yeah, so I could have a separate screen so it doesn't get in the way of the MT4 like I did last week, but I mean, it's all right. Let me see, I can probably just open the YouTube on here and then get it going from that point. Thanks, Bradley. Bradley just confirmed that Fed member Bradley's going to be speaking, or Fed member Williams, sorry. Yeah, let's see this real quick. Okay, so looking at this right here, yeah, Fed member Williams is speaking right now. We're going to try to trade anyways while he speaks. It's 6:16 right now, so we have some time. I'm on a little early right now because I'm trying to fix my Bradley said, I wish I was a Fed member. Yeah, no, definitely right. I'm trying to fix my setup, guys. So I just got another stand for my MacBook. I put it up over here so I could like follow the chat over here, but I don't think it's gonna work because it's too close to my mic. You know, this is way too much work. I'm just gonna close this. All right, it seemed like a good idea at first, but I'm just gonna do the same setup that I've been doing. It's just the issue with last week was that I was accidentally closing out of my trades early, if you guys remember. But I mean, it's fine. I can deal with that on here. All right, cool. So we got this set up right here. Let me just send the link out to everyone and then we can get started. So let me just make sure there's no news going on right now, aside from Fed member. speaking. Let me just move this laptop because this is not gonna, it's not gonna work. All right, cool. So let me just finish setting this up right here. Morning, Mark. Morning, Bradley. Morning, Matt. Morning, Patricia. Morning, Roman. Morning, everybody. Morning, Peter. Morning, Short Scene. Morning, DeAndre. Yeah, guys, thanks for confirming that the echo stopped. I was trying to figure something out, but it's all good. I'm going to stick to my original setup. It's just too much work to change my entire setup right now, just for the chat. So, all right, cool. Let me get this link sent out over here. I don't know why that thing hasn't updated. It's all good. So I'll just pin that there. See you guys here. Next. All right, cool. I think that's about it. So link's been sent out. You guys should be good to go. Yeah, we should be fine. So anyways, looking at US 30, we have about 12 minutes. So let me go ahead and just check out the bias right now on the technical side. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. You know, I'm ready to get back into these profits. I know everyone is messaging me over the weekend telling me that they couldn't wait for Monday. So here it is. Here's Monday. We're ready to take these trades. Anyways, looking at US 30 here, we have a bullish bias here on the 10-minute. Reason for that is because the price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green down here. Looking on the 3-minute, same thing. Price is above the pivots. The trend meter is green right here. So we have a bullish bias on the 3-minute as well. And lastly, here on the 1-minute, price is above the pivots and the trend meter is green as well, right? So looking on the technical side, everything here is pretty much bullish. On the 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1-minute, the last thing that we need to confirm is the fundamental bias. Looking over here on the fundamental side, the futures are up 3 points right now, or -2. It's not really up or down. It's just right down the middle. The market opens in about 11 minutes. Once the market opens, everything will reset for the daily, and we'll see where it goes from there. So our bias here is bullish. We just need that bullish confirmation for the fundamental side so we can take that trade. So we got 11 minutes till market opens. Once it opens, we'll confirm that, and then we'll be able to take this possible buy here for US 30. All right, looks like we're good. Hey, morning, Brady. Morning, George. Morning, Kimberly. Morning, Joshua. Morning, everybody. So hopefully you guys had a great weekend. It was very relaxing for me. I didn't really do any trading. I know a lot of you guys did trade Bitcoin over the weekend. Let's see. So some of you guys did lock in some profits. Let me just show you guys the profits that were locked in over the weekend and last night. So Ken over here, he traded US 30 and Bitcoin. So he made 2,705 to kick off the trading week. That's all that he's up right now. Vincent over here took GCAD. This is like his favorite pair to trade as well. He took that, made about 152. Patricia, she took some trades, I think yesterday. Yeah, so yesterday she took some Bitcoin trades. She made a total of 2,385. And I think earlier that morning, she made 1,127. So it looks like you guys did pretty solid over the weekend. Kong here as well. Kong was trading Bitcoin on the 1-minute, 3-minute, and daily. So he was applying the same strategies we apply for US 30 on Bitcoin. He locked in about 217, not bad. And then lastly, Jermaine over here, he was trading last week on Friday. S&P locked in a total of 3,714. So great work amongst everyone here to kick off the trading week. I haven't taken any trades yet, so I'm starting off fresh, just like you guys. Market opens in about 9 minutes. Once we have that confirmation, we can definitely start looking for some possible, a breakout entry and some scalps if they avail themselves. So definitely, let me just check, make sure everything's good. But looks like everyone's still making their way into the room right now. So we're on a little early today. See if there's anything else. I don't think there's any other news today. There's Fed members speaking all morning. So it looks like we're probably going to trade until 8 normal time. We'll take the breakout entry. We'll look for any more possible scalps within. And then around 9 o'clock, we're probably going to stop or 8 o'clock because Fed member Barkin and Fed member Quarles is going to be speaking today. So we have Fed members speaking all day today. Looks like every day this week, actually. We have 3 of them speaking today on Monday. We have 1 on Tuesday. We have 1 on Wednesday. Nothing on Thursday, but there's some other news that's going on. and NFP on Friday. Okay, so this is NFP, guys. So expect the market to be a little crazy this week. It is NFP, so we might see some low volatility from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It'll probably pick up. Thursday, it'll probably pick up or slow down, and then Friday, it'll just be all crazy. So just keep that in mind. We do have NFP this week. So this week would be a good week for you guys to be careful. Don't take any unnecessary risk. Make sure to use proper risk management and use proper lot sizes, because you're going to expect a lot of reversals and whipsaws in the market this week, specifically because of NFP. So just keep that in mind. All right, let me just pull up the YouTube real quick. Let's see. Morning activities. Morning, Juanita. Morning, Q. Morning, Lisa. Morning, Asdriel. All right, guys. Morning, everybody. So hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Ready to kick off this trading week. We got 7 minutes left right here. The bias on the technical side is still bullish. Right here on the 10-minute, price is still above the pivots. 10 meters green. Same on the 3-minute. And lastly, here on the 1 minute. So pretty much what we're waiting for is just for the market to open right here at 6:30, which is in about 7 minutes my time. So once that happens right there, if we get the confirmation of the bullish move on the fundamental side over here, we'll take the trade. But right now, we're currently just waiting. I don't see any other news here for the indexes, but looking here at the US indexes for pre-market, everything's pretty bullish. The Dow 30 is bullish, S&P is bullish, NASDAQ's bullish, oil's down, but that's fine. It doesn't move linear anyways. And then the 10-year bond is down as well. So we'll see where it goes from here, but the market still hasn't opened. We have 6 minutes still. Once we have that, we can start looking for some trades. All right, looks like we're good for the most part. See if there's anything else here. So there were a couple trades here that I marked up for you guys yesterday. I mentioned that it was risky to take trades yesterday because of market volatility. It looked like price may be reversing. As you can see right here, this is the one that I marked up from yesterday, Euro USD. It dropped in profit, and then now it's just bouncing around. I didn't call this as an official trade. It was just a markup for you guys to follow. Looking here at CHF-JPY, same situation here. Price kind of slowly dropped down, and then it just died down, right? So right now is a risky time to trade a lot of these pairs here because there really isn't any confirmation because the market hasn't fully opened yet. But when the market does fully open in about 6 minutes, that's when volatility should pick up, and we can possibly look for some better trades from that point. All right, cool. Morning, Javid. Morning, everybody. All right, so we got 5 minutes left. Still looking at US 30. I don't think there was any entries over the actually there's one. So there was one right here. It looks like it was here during London session. It looks like a pretty solid entry too. So looking at this here, there was a snipe entry that was available. So this red candle right here rejected off the pivot and structure. So if you took this trade right here, and then you shot up for about 500 pips, I think it's still technically running right now. Yeah, it's still technically running right now in profit. There was also, yeah, I mean, I think that was about it from now until, so this is the most recent entry. It's still currently active. I wouldn't have taken it because it happened during London session, and I wasn't awake during that time. But if you did take that trade, this would be the most recent trade for US 30. So I'll just give even more confirmation for that bullish bias. You guys can see right here that it's starting to pull back. This is why we wait till market open, because the thing is, if you enter a buy right away, like right now, you can get caught in some drawdown right here because there hasn't been any confirmation yet. So we're still waiting for that right here. We got 4 minutes left till market open. So just waiting patiently for the market to open. You can see right here, the Dow Jones has changed to unchanged for the day because it's resetting. So it's resetting here. There's no bias yet on the fundamental side. Once this opens, if this opens all green or majority green, and we have this closing above here with the buy signal, then we'll take the buy. If not, then we're going to wait for that confirmation. But right now, our bias is still bullish for US 30. So I think that's about it for now, guys. Let's see. We have it's 6:26 right now. Javid, it wants me to check UJ. Let me see. I can check UJ. I'll check UJ later for you, Javid. So remind me later once I'm done. If I ask for questions at the end, you can ask me to look at UJ. Right now, we're going to focus on US 30 because the market is opening in about 3 minutes. So I'm not going to go analyze something right now while we're waiting for this. Let's see. Morning, Miles. Morning, Joshua. Morning, everybody. Yeah, so if you guys have questions, just save them for later. At the end, when I mention that I can take questions, but right now we're going to focus on this breakout entry as the market opens in about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'll ask you guys later. Like, there'll be an open forum later. Don't worry, your questions will get asked. Answered. It's just right now we're going to focus on our actual trades. So the 10-minute here, it's still pretty bullish here on the 30-minute. Same on the 1 minute here. Price hasn't broken below here yet. Fundamentals are going to open up in about 3 minutes, so we'll be waiting for that. Let's see. Yeah, 2 minutes exactly. So let's wait for that to play out. AW, morning. All right, cool. All right, we got 1:48. Make sure my MT4 is good. Everything's set up proper. Everything looks solid. All right, I think we're good. I didn't send out the link on the social media. I probably should have actually. I'll do that later. Actually, it's not a big deal. I'll do that a little later, and then we can have everything good to go. So we got about a minute left. So we're just waiting for everything to confirm right now. Just a reminder to you guys what we're looking for here for the breakout entries. We're looking for a confirmation of confluence between a 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1 minute. Right here on the 10-minute, price is above the pivots. Trend meters green is indicating a bullish bias. Same with here on the 3-minute, price is above. Trend meters green, bullish bias. Lastly, on the 1 minute over here, price is above. Trend meters green, bullish bias. So on the technical side, everything is indicating a bullish move. Lastly, we need a confirmation on the fundamental side over here for these to be majority green. These are the stocks that are within the US 30 index. If these all show majority green, it's going to indicate that there's a bullish bias for US 30, this is the index that US 30 is based off, right? So like if all of these are green here, US 30 is going to have to go up. So that's why we base everything off those two confirmations. Once we have that, we can take the trade and we can feel confident that the trade's going to go in our direction. All right, so we got about 19 seconds left. See where it goes from here. All right, so this thing is dropping right here. We'll see what happens when the market officially opens. So let's see. Market is now 5 seconds from open. 3, 2, 1. All right, the market's officially open now. So we'll check out the index over here. Refresh this, see where it's moving. Hasn't started yet. Give it a few more seconds. I'll update this right here as well. All right, so we're up 12 points. Looks like it's bullish overall right now from open. Boeing is down 4 points, so it's not really a heavy bullish move, but it is up about 13 points. So what we'd be looking for here is I'm looking for a buy signal here to confirm the move. So I'm not going to take any breakout entries until we have a bullish buy signal here. Once we have that bullish momentum signal upwards, then I'll take it. We also need it to close above this area over here to confirm that it's bullish and it's not just some sort of fake out. So you can see it's coming down right here. Let me check out the index real quick. The index isn't very bullish. It's only up 2 points. So it's right down the middle. It's kind of flat. As you guys can see, the market finally opened. It's kind of half and half for green, half for red. So the fundamentals don't indicate a bias in either direction. It's just right down the middle. So it's not really confirming and now it's negative. It's not really confirming the move here. So it's fine if we don't get the breakout entry here, guys. If this doesn't happen, then it's cool. We're going to look for some scalps. The breakout entry isn't always going to be available. Or I mean, technically it is, but it's just not going to be as safe as as you would want it to be. So looking at this here, it's starting to drop. It's down 34 points now. So looking here on the 10-minute, this dropped pretty heavily right there as well. So this is fine. If this closes below here, our bias is going to change from the bullish bias before market open to now bearish bias. So the 10-minute here drop below, 3-minute drop below, 1 minute drop below here as well. So it doesn't look like we're gonna be looking for a buy. It's just we have to wait for the confirmation. Because if you guys were following me last week, this candle right here is 10 minutes. Usually this opening candle can be manipulated. It can be dropped heavy and then it can swing up and then leave a huge wick on the downside, right? So you don't want to get caught in that move right there. You can see it's starting to wake up now as we speak. So we'll see where it goes from there. Looking over here, on the fundamental side, the bias isn't going to be strong until it's negative 100 points. So generally, to have that strong bias on the fundamental side, we want it to be negative 100 or positive 100. It's only negative 37 right now. So it's barely just bouncing around. It's not really pushing that heavy in one direction or the other. So we'll be waiting for this to confirm. Once it confirms, we can start looking for some possible entries. Hey, morning, Kenny. And just keep in mind, guys, so keep in mind that today is Monday and this is NFP. So you're going to see a lot of these unusual market movements during this week. So don't hop in just yet, wait for that confirmation. If this candle closes in the next 7 minutes, you can see the timers right here. If this closes below, then our bias will change, right? The candle hasn't closed yet. We have 7 minutes till it closes. Once it does, then we can start to look for some entries. You can see this huge wick right here, right? This is why you don't hop in for that sell. If you go and chase that sell, you're going to get burnt. So this candle right here has ranged about 700 pips right now. This wick from the bottom has just retraced up about nearly 400 pips. So just keep that in mind. This is normal. It's completely fine. It's the first candle on open. We just got to wait for it to confirm. Hey, morning, Kyle. All right, so everything here looks pretty solid for the most part. Let's see where the retail traders are trading. Let's see. Majority of retail traders are short. This means we don't want to go short. We want to go long. So this is cool that it's short right now. You can see that a lot of these people are getting wiped out right now. So what happened was the market opened, price spiked down. A bunch of retail traders hopped into that sell because they're like, oh, it's dropping. I got to hop into that. So they hopped into it. And then now prices are tracing up hard. So they're probably going to get all stopped out if it continues to swing up. So this is why we don't enter right away. We wait for that confirmation. Anyways, looking over here at the Dow index, let's see. Dow index is only up down 23 points. Not that heavy. News right here, stocks rise slightly to start the week. S&P, NASDAQ hit new records. Nothing here for the Dow 30. It looks like everything's slightly pushing up. So generally, if CNBC says something like this where it slightly rises, this causes hype in the market. And then price ends up going in the opposite direction in a lot of instances. So looking at this right here, negative 38 points. So you can see it's bouncing around. It's going back and forth, right? So it's going up, it's going down. We need to wait for this candle to close to confirm the move. So the bias right now is still currently bearish. Well, I mean, it's somewhat bearish. Reason for it being bearish is that the fundamental side here is red. It's down 40 points. Price is below the pivots. Trend meter is also red on the 10-minute, 3-minute, and 1 minute over here. So we'll see where it goes from that point. But we still need that confirmation before we take any trades here. Let me just turn on my alerts so we can start looking for some possible scalps. But the breakout entry is long gone. There's no more breakout entry for us to look at. We're just looking for some possible scalps now. So let's see, 10-minute over here. We just need it to close. Yeah, this thing's starting to drop heavy. So let's see, refresh this. It's down 44 points, 58 points now. It's not down a huge amount, but it's still pretty down. The futures price is down. Actually, futures price is right down the middle. It hasn't even really moved. But looking at the daily for today, it's down 60 points right now. So if it drops down to 100, then yeah, I think it's going to keep pushing farther. Right now, it's still kind of bouncing around. We have about 4 minutes left on here. Cash is asking if you need to have premium to see the Dow and stuff on CNBC. No, you don't, Cash. So just go on CNBC right here. So if you go on the main page, cnbc.com, just click on the Dow index right here, or the future index, or the NASDAQ, and then you can get access to it. Just make sure that you're looking at the one for the day. There's the one that's daily right here. This is the one that says for the day. If you look at the futures one, this is the one that runs 24 hours. So if you look at them both, they're kind of different, right? This is down 58 points for the day. The futures contract are down they're up 2 points. So big difference right there, but you can just pull them up from the website right here, Cash. We got 3 minutes left on this candle. I'm going to be waiting for this to close before we start looking for some entries because we want that confirmation before we, we hop into anything. All right. So it's still continuing to drop right here. I generally don't like to go in the direction of the majority of retail traders right here. They're still short 57%. So I was looking to go long, but if it confirms here for a sell, we're just going to be looking for some scalps anyways on the downside, which is completely fine. So we got 2 minutes left on this candle. Let's see where it goes from here. If this shoots up to, now it's down 84 points, that's perfectly fine. We want it to be down this much. When it gets down to negative 100, that's where we really want to start taking this right here as well. Let's see. Jeff mentioned it broke POC. Shawn, dropping another 400 pips to Val. Maybe not now, but it's a sell. Yeah, no, definitely, Jeff. I can see that too right now. Gotcha. Point of control pivot. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, Jeff just mentioned that it just broke the point of control pivot, so it's dropping another 400 pips to Val. We'll see where it goes from there. I mean, it looks like it's going to follow through down there too, Jeff. Just looking at the fundamentals right here, it's down 88 points for the daily. I just want this to confirm. This 10 minutes usually controlling. So yet usually if this closes below here, then we're probably going to see some sort of retracement, and then we can catch it as it comes down even further. So we got about 1:47 on here. We'll see where it closes out, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. So it's down 100 points now. So the fundamentals are indicating a bearish bias. Looking at the actual index over here, majority of them are red, and it looks like Boeing is carrying it. So Boeing is down 5 points. Goldman Sachs is down 2 points. Caterpillar's down 2 points. Nike's down 2 points. American Express is down 2 points. Chevron's down 2 points. Travelers is down 1.7. Looking over here on the green side, Salesforce is carrying it on the buy side. It's up 5 points. Microsoft is up 2 points. Amgen's up 1.7, but that's about it. Apple's only up 1 point. So everything else on the red side is pretty much weighing it down. So just looking at this here, it's now down 100 points. So our bias is now a sell bias. That's completely fine. We just need this to confirm right here, which I believe it will. Once this does confirm here, what we'll be looking for is we'll be looking for a retracement upwards, and then we catch it as it comes back down further. So that's fine. That's exactly what we're looking for here now. So I do have my alert set up. We're just waiting for this to retrace upwards, and then we catch it as it comes back down further. So, all right, we got a game plan now for US 30 today. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle. Once it closes, our bias has changed from a bullish pre-market to bearish market open. So we'll see where it goes from here. I mean, if you took the trade right here, you technically could have taken the trade right here if you wanted to, if you guys understood the breakout strategy, and you probably would have hit TP right there as it dropped down. But, you know, me being on the safe side, I wanted that confirmation on the fundamentals before I took a sell there. So it's all good. But yeah, looks like we are now entering a bearish bias for US 30 right here. There we go. So that confirmation is set down there. We're now looking for a sell. I have my alert set up. So we're just looking for this to possibly give us an entry on the 3 minute or the 1 minute here. So we're looking for that retracement. See, it looks like Rick took a trade here. Nice. So Rick took the sell there, actually. He took the breakout downwards. He made about 1,000 off that trade. Nice work, Rick. So yeah, if you guys understand how the strategy works, you guys could have applied it on your own. For me, you know, I'm very conservative in my trades. So we have such a high win rate here. And I didn't take that trade there. But, you know, looking at this here, this would have qualified for a possible entry on open right here because it closed below here. So now we're just waiting for some scalps. We're looking for some scalps on the 1 minute and the 3 minute. There's no confirmation yet, so I'm not going to enter right away. Last thing you want to do is enter a sell, and then it retraces on you super hard, right? So I don't recommend you guys enter right away. Don't chase the movement, because as soon as you guys chase the movement, it's going to trace up super hard. And I'm sure that's happened to you guys a lot of times where you see this dropping, you end up chasing it, you enter a sell. As soon as you enter that sell, it just retraces all the way up and stops you out. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep in mind that today is Monday, so the market does move funky on Mondays. Also keep in mind that it's NFP week. So looking at the news week over here, we also have Fed member Williams speaking right now. So there's a lot of things influencing the market. We have Fed member Williams speaking right now. He's been speaking since 6 a.m. This is going to be NFP week. You can see on Friday, we have NFP change, unemployment rate on Friday. So we have that running this week. If you guys aren't familiar with NFP, generally they release the unemployment data for the US. And what happens is a lot of people are like betting during this week, you know, how the unemployment data is going to come out. And with that said, it causes volatility in the market. So you're going to see a lot of unusual movements in the market. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of factors pushing price this week. We have NFP. It is Monday. And we also have Fed members speaking basically every day. So just keep that in mind. Before you guys enter any trades. So don't over leverage. Don't take any risky trades this week. I recommend you guys stick to the plan and just take trades that you guys know are for sure going to hit. So looking at this here, it's starting to drop pretty heavily, but I'm not going to fall for this trap here. You can see it's starting to wick from the bottom. I'm waiting for a retracement up. I want this to retrace upwards with an opposite signal, and then I'll take it for a sell as it comes down. Kind of similar to what happened right here, right? So if you were following the 1 minute over here, you saw it pushed up, retrace down a little bit. Once we had this buy signal right here, this would have qualified for an entry using the snipe, one of the pivot strategies. And then this would have hit TP right there, right? That's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for that retracement in the opposite direction and then catch it as it swings back up. So you can see right there, it's starting to retrace. That's completely fine. That's what we're looking for. We're waiting for it to retrace, and then we're going to catch it as it comes back down. So there goes the retracement. We just need that confirmation and then catch it as it makes its way back to the downside. All right, let me see if there's any zones down here for any possible snipes. I don't think there's anything down here right now because price is so far from the pivots. So we got one zone right there. We got another zone right here. All right, so no snipes here off the 10-minute. Looking here on the 3-minute. Just waiting for that retracement upwards. And then we're going to catch it as it swings back down. Same with the 1 minute over here. So this is pretty much what we're looking for. Let's see. Nice. Steven took some sells right there too. So, so some of you guys did take some trades here, even though I didn't take the sell. But big congrats to you guys here who actually, took them right there. Let's see. So Jeff said 34117 is the next support. Well, it's got a ways to go. Hi, Jeff. Here, I'll just mark it up on my chart so we can see what you're referring to right there. 34117. Yeah, your support's way down there. It's got a long way to go. 34275. Gotcha. Yeah, it's getting a little closer. So yeah, we'll look out for that. So this is Jeff's support right here. That's cool because if it comes up from here and then drops, that's cool because it's enough for us to make our TP before it reaches that support line that Jeff drew. So yeah, Jeff, I'll be looking out for that. But yeah, some of you guys did take the trades on your own over here, so you guys did pretty solid. So Josh over here, he locked in about 3,000 right there in total. So Josh locked in those trades there. He actually took the sell that I just mentioned. And then a couple of you guys here as well. So Josh took that. Steven took this. He made about 1,000. Rick took that too. He made about 1,000 off that sell. And Ken over here made 2,700 this morning off Bitcoin and US 30. And Vincent made about 152 off GCAD. So pretty solid. Romano over here as well. Romano took some sells and some buys. He's up 587 right now. So if you guys understand the strategy, you guys could be applying it yourself all throughout the morning. I didn't take that sell there, but some of you guys did. So Brittany over here as well, she's up 913. So it looks like a lot of you guys locked in about 1,000 this morning, just trading on your own, knowing the strategies. So big congrats to everybody here who took the trades. I haven't taken anything yet. So I'm still, I'm still waiting for a possible entry. But definitely great work amongst everyone else over here who took them on their own. So Jeff, looks like it's breaking right past your support, or I might just reject off it. We'll see where it goes from there. But we don't have an entry that's available yet, so I haven't looked at anything. We're just waiting for that entry to appear so we can take it. Hugo, yeah, Hugo said that there's a delay by 3 or 4 minutes. That's a pretty big delay, Hugo. I don't think that's a normal delay. That's probably just on your side, but there is a delay on the YouTube. In order to get real time, you would need the Zoom link. So the premium members have the Zoom link. They have access to this session real time. And if you want access to that, you can sign up on the website, k2trades.com. If you want access to just the Zoom link, click on the signals here. If you want access to the strategies to apply, these strategies that I'm teaching you guys right here, and for access to these indicators so that you can lock in profits like everyone else over here, like Robert locked in about 3,685 last night. And then this morning, 4,386. If you guys want to lock in these trades here, like these here that Brittany took, she took about 4 trades here. Same with Romano, he took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. or Steven here, we took about 4 trades. If you want to apply the strategy yourself, just click on A2 strategy course right here and you'll get access to it. But if you just want access to the Zoom link, you can just click on signals right here and you'll get access to the Zoom link. Gotcha. Yeah, Emmanuel mentioned the delay depends on the device. The phone is faster than the laptop. That might be the case. Emmanuel just confirmed that. I'm not sure because I'm not on the YouTube guys, so I don't know how the delay is, but it should only be a few seconds, like about 10 to 20 seconds at max. All right. Anyways, going back to US 30 over here, we don't have the entry yet. We're still looking for that retracement and that drop back down. So you can see that it rejected directly off that support that Jeff drew up. So Jeff over here, if you guys are in the premium, Jeff actually marked this stuff up right here. And he marked up to 34,275, that support, and it rejected directly off it. Nice. EW over here, she's up about 1,771. So nice work, EW. So yeah, if you guys know the strategy here and you guys do it yourself, you guys are locking into pretty decent profits yourself. I haven't taken any trades, so I'm still at zero right now. I haven't taken anything, but for the rest of you guys here who did take the trades on your own, definitely great work amongst everyone here. Let's see, Slava over here too. So Slava took this for a buy. He said he's trading gold. So as you guys can see, you guys can apply these strategies on pretty much anything. It doesn't have to be US 30. Let's see. Sharpstein said industrial average US 30 goes, damn, it's negative 148 right now. Let's see that. I mean, it's down. The bias is very strong for a sell right here. I'm just looking for the retracement now. I'm waiting for the retracement up because it's going to have to retrace at some point, right? You can't just keep dumping like this all day. So what's going to happen here is people are going to buy the dip. It's going to swing up, and then we're going to catch it as it keeps dropping further down. So yeah, it's definitely the bias right now for US 30 is a sell. And the reason for that is because price is below the pivots. The trend meter is red on the 10-minute here. On the 3-minute, same situation. Price is below the pivots. The trend meter is red. And lastly, here on the 1-minute, price is below the pivots and the trend meter is red. So the technical side is showing a bearish bias. Looking here at the Dow 30 index, you can see majority of the stocks here are red. So with this being red right here, and a lot of the stocks having more weight here, Boeing's down 6 points. United Health is down 4 points. Goldman Sachs is down 3 points. Chevron's down almost 3 points. It pretty much covers all of the green stocks here. And looking at the overall daily index for the Dow 30, it's down 160 points. So looking at this here, everything is pointing to the downside. We have bearish technicals. We also have bearish fundamentals here. We're just looking for that retracement up and then catching it as it comes back down further. That's pretty much what we're looking for right now, guys. This is why I'm not taking the trade yet, because if you hop in and just chase this for a sell, you might get caught in some heavy retracement because it's going to have to retrace at some point, right? This thing can only drop so far. Unless there's something crazy going on in the world, like COVID, right? Like when COVID happened, it just kept dropping and dropping and dropping, right? During normal sessions, like how the market normally moves, it usually drops a bit. You can see right here, it drops a bit, retraces up, continues back down, right? Drops a bit, retraces up, drops down further. Again, right here, this is perfectly fine. We want that buy signal right there. Because if we get that buy signal, it's going to confirm the momentum swing upwards. That's cool because that could be a retracement. And then we catch it as it comes back down further. So that's basically what we're looking for right now. All right. Yeah, this is perfectly fine that we have this here because this is rejecting directly off of Jeff's support line right there. So yeah, we're just waiting for this to retrace up and we'll catch it as it comes back down. Mitchell, your lot size is going to depend on your broker. Some brokers require more capital. Like if you're trading on Hugo's Way, you should only be using a 0.01 per thousand capital. If you're using CoinEx, it's different because they use many lots. So you'd be using a 0.10 per thousand. So I mean, it just depends on what you're using, Mitchell. I mean, everyone has different account sizes, so it depends on your broker and your account size. Let's see, Lisa said Delta variant in UK is predicting US rise. Could be why US 30 is bearish. That could be it, Lisa. I mean, there's a lot of factors that can be factoring in. The main thing with manipulation, though, is that for me, on Monday, market usually moves like this, kind of funky. And then it's also NFP week. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that's causing it to happen. But no, definitely thanks for letting us know that, Lisa, because I didn't even know that was going on. But all right, looking at the 1 minute right here, this is fine that we have this retracement. This is exactly why I mentioned not to enter the sell yet, right? Because if you entered the sell down here, you would have been totally screwed because it just reversed on you by like 500 pips. So this is why we don't enter right away. We wait for this confirmation. We want this retracement up. And then as we get another sell signal to the sell side, we catch as it comes back down. Just hopping in right away for no reason, that's a recipe for disaster right there. So this is perfect. We have this all set up right here now. Now we're just waiting for this to confirm another sell signal. We can take this for a sell. Same with this over here. We need this retracement upwards on the 3 minute, but it hasn't happened yet. So that's fine. But our bias here is for a sell right now, obviously. Looking at the fundamentals, it's still down 122 points. That's perfectly fine. We're just gonna be looking for the sell signal as it appears here. So we got about 30 seconds left on this candle over here. Once this closes, we can take this for a sell. 20 seconds. And this is going to be quick, guys. This is on the 1 minute. So you guys got to be in and out quickly if we end up taking this trade. So if we end up taking this trade, we got to close it out as soon as it reaches TP down there. Doesn't look like we're getting it just yet. We got about 3 seconds left. All right, no entry available yet. Here on the 3 minute, this is perfectly fine. We want that retracement there with that opposite signal so that we can catch it as it comes back down. So we'll be waiting for it. Our main focus right now is going to be the 1 minute because there's no entry on the 3 minute yet. So we'll be looking for this sell signal to appear here. Once the sell signal appears, we can take this for a sell. Let me see if there's anything here. This thing might just shift all the way back to the upside, but we'll see where it goes from there. See where the retail traders are, 57%. So a lot of people are closing out their sells now. So this is perfectly fine. This is cool that people are closing out their sells because now that they're closing it, majority of traders are going to shift to the long side and we're going to keep going short. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we're looking for here. We'll have to wait and see what happens from this point, but it looks like majority of retail traders are still short. 53% are short right now. Generally a lot of retail traders fail at the market. That's why you want to do the opposite of what they're doing because the market makers do opposite of what they're doing, right? They want to trade in the opposite of the majority because that's how they make most of their money. They just stop everyone out and then they win that way because they just take over their positions. So yeah, it looks like it's starting to swing back up. This is why you don't want to enter when there's this hype move right here, right? So like this is another example of what I was just mentioning. So this is why we don't enter when you see these big waterfalls like this, because if you see a big waterfall move like this, odds are it's going to have to retrace at some point because this is a big drop. If you look from this point here to here, this is almost 2,000 pips. So as you guys can see right here, if you guys got caught in this sell right here, just trying to chase the drop, you would have been screwed because now it's completely reversed on you. So this is why we're waiting for this confirmation here. We need that sell signal. Once we get that sell signal, we can start taking that trade in the other direction. So no sell signal yet. Looking at the fundamentals over here, looks like it's just sitting around 116 points now. It's still negative 100, but I mean, we'll see how it carries itself as we continue on. What might happen here is this might just consolidate a bit and then it might just drop down, or it might just keep consolidating, pushing up slightly, consolidating, push up slightly, and then just dump. So you guys don't want to get caught in this trap. So what happened here is I think they're setting up some more traps right here. So basically, like what I see here is what happened is if you're following this right here, so like for example, you follow this right here, right? I'm just using this for an example. We didn't take this trade. I'm just going to show you guys how they trap people who are following the movements here. So like for example here, if you're following this movement here and you enter to sell, where would your stop loss be? Probably be somewhere above here, right? Where the swing's at. So if you took this trade here, you can see that it fully reversed. So as it fully reverses right there, what happens? You get stopped out, right? Once you get stopped out right here, what do you think people usually do? If they see this swing back up, they're like, oh, it's going to keep going up. So what happens is they enter a buy right there, and then they put their stop loss again right here at the swing, right? And then what happens at this point is they'll just keep pushing it up, so it looks like it's going to push up. And then as soon as it gets to like the middle side, it just ends up dumping all the way back down, right? And then they get stopped out twice. So this is why we're not trying to enter stuff just yet. We want to wait for that confirmation before we hop in, because you don't want to get caught. You don't want to get caught in those reversals, because people are getting trapped right now. And you just want to wait for all that noise to pass, and then you just catch it as it actually moves in the direction that it's supposed to go. If you look at the fundamentals here, it's still pretty red. So if it's still red, generally the technicals follow in that direction. So that's pretty much what we're waiting for right now. Yeah, so Shortsing said, you're right, Shawn. It may go up, 15 minutes showing rejection at the bottom. Yeah, I could see that too. So just looking at this here, this is perfectly fine. We have a rejection off this point right here. It's starting to push up. We're going to catch it as it comes back down. So I actually want this to close, because once this closes right here, we can start looking for a sell, because we haven't confirmed that retracement yet, right? We've been waiting for the retracement here on the 3-minute and the 1-minute, but we just haven't had that confirmation here on the 3-minute yet. It's better when both of these line up. So if we get a buy signal here and we get a buy signal here, but they're going against the trend, odds are price is going to swing back down. So that's pretty much what we're looking for over here. Back here on the 10-minute, this is starting to push up as well. Looks like it might just range within this zone right here, this zone and this zone. And then from there, we can see where it moves, from that point. So pretty much just a waiting game at this point, guys. Right now, we're just waiting for it to come back down. But yeah, I don't recommend you guys chase the movements like this, because you guys don't want to get caught in these traps. Looking back at the fundamentals over here, it's still down 100 points. Looking at the actual index over here, so Boeing is down 6 points. United Health is down 5 points. You can see just from these two top stocks right here, Boeing and United Health, they could pretty much cover all the green stocks right here. Salesforce is up 4 points. Microsoft is up 3 points. Amgen's up 2 points. Apple's up 2 points. If you just match these up, Boeing with Salesforce, United Health with Microsoft, Visa with Amgen, and Chevron with Apple, pretty much that would just consider this to be all red, right? Because these outweigh it. It's up 6 points. It's down 6 points. This is only up 4 points. So just looking at this here, overall, it's still down 100 points. But you can see that the market volatility kind of died down, right? Each candle over here was moving about 300 to 400 pips. You can see right now, the volatility just died down completely. It's only moving like 10 pips. It's like not even moving at all. You can see this nice rejection off this point right there. It might be ready for it to come right back down, but we just got to wait for that confirmation. We got to wait for that to confirm. Once it confirms, we can hop right back down. All right, this is perfect. So on the 3-minute here, we had that retracement up. There's a confirmation of the retracement. This is a retracement candle. Now we're looking for the momentum back downwards. Once we get that momentum back down, we can, hop back into the trade. All right, cool. So our setups are pretty much set up, right? It's done. I mean, it's looking here. We have that retracement. Now we're just looking for the swing back down. So that's pretty much all we're waiting for. There we go, as it comes back down. On the 3-minute, it's, the technicals are going to follow the fundamentals. So just keep that in mind. The fundamentals are red. So what do you think is going to happen with the technicals? They're going to be red, right? All right, we got this pending sell right here off the 1-minute. If this closes right here, we'll hop in for a quick little sell. Let's see. All right, I got my stuff set up over here. So we got 40 seconds left on this. We have a pending 3-minute here as well. See how it's coming back down? This is why you guys want to chase the movements. If you guys chased the buy there, you would have been screwed. If you chased the sell here, you would have been screwed as well. We got about 30 seconds left on this candle. If it doesn't close, we're going to wait for the next one. We need this to close in order to take this trade here. All right, we got 20 seconds left. All right, we got 10 seconds left. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm in the trade for this So I'm just going to go ahead and mark this up right here. I don't set a TP stop loss, guys. I just follow it as it falls below. Then I just manually close it. And I'm using a mental stop loss right now. This is generally where our normal stop loss would be, but I'm going to hold it a little further. All right, so I'm in profit about 500 right now. See as it drops. It's going to keep bouncing around. So technically, this is where the stop loss should be, but my mental stop loss is actually up here. So just keep that in mind. I don't have a stop loss set. I have a mental stop loss here because I understand my risk. So I can hold it if it goes past this level here. Looking at the 3-minute right here, it's still dropping. No confirmation of a move there yet. Let's see. The fundamentals still down 130 points. So I think it's going to keep dropping. Looking at the actual index over here, it's pretty red. So yeah, looks red right there. Looking at the futures index, it's down 132 points. So yeah, everything looks pretty red right now. So I'm still holding on to this right here. Like I mentioned, this is our normal stop loss, but I have my mental stop loss set above here. So even if it does reach this point, I'm not going to close it out. I'm going to wait for it to, if it goes past here, then I'll close it out. If it goes past here, I'm not going to close it out just yet because the fundamentals are still pointing towards the downside, but we do get a retracement like this every so often. So just remember to use proper risk, guys. Use proper lot sizes so that you guys can handle these moves here, because you're going to see a lot of whipsaws where price goes up and down quickly. All right, so I'm just waiting for this here. Let's see the 3-minute. There's no entry off the 3-minute yet. 10-minute still ranging within this area here. So it's going to reach this point right here. If it does, I'm still holding on to it. Like I mentioned, my mental stop loss is up to here. If it goes up to this point, I'm going to close it out. But right here is fine because I think it's going to keep bouncing around the area. Damn, I should have closed it out when I was in profit, like 500. It was close because I grabbed it until it reached like to this halfway mark right here. I'm only going for like 1,000 profit here because you can see it's going for 100 pips. But this happens, you know, like I mentioned, today's a risky day. Well, this whole week's a risky week because we have NFP. We also have the Fed speaking right now. I think he's currently still speaking. And then we have a couple of news that I think Lisa mentioned about the UK news. There you go. See, as it comes back down, this is why I don't set a stop loss. So there we go. As it swings back down, you guys are going to see a lot of this unusual movement in the market this week. So just keep that in mind. But when price reaches TP right here, you guys got to close it out. And then we'll be looking for the next one as it continues around. So there we go. Looks like the 3-minute starting to provide its entry there as well. I'm back in profit. So there we go as it drops. All right, there we go, full TP. So I'm out, hit that full TP right there. See, if you guys understand what you're doing and you know what to look out for, you don't get scared when stuff like this happens, right? Shit like this happens, guys. They're gonna trick you to get out of your trade. But if you know what you're doing, you're not gonna get stuck in like stuff like that. So here, I'll send you guys my profits. I'll give you guys the update in the group over here. So I'm already out of the trade. And it did exactly what I said, right? Told you guys not to worry about it. It's going to come back down. What happened? Came back down. And I said when it reached TP, you guys got to pull out, right? Because if you guys don't pull out, you get caught in that little trap right there. So there we go. Full TP off of that. Here's your horns, Steven. I know you're asking for them. So there's your horns for your TP right there. Yeah, I mean, did pretty good right there. Let me just give you guys a little update for that. And then I'll give you guys a screenshot of my profits as well. So as you guys can see, it's coming back down. Here on the 3-minute, if this closes right there, we'll take it for another sell. But yeah, man, you know, it pays to actually know what you're doing when you're trading. That's why I'm not, you know, I remain cool, I remain calm, because I know it's going to move in my direction. The fundamentals are too strong, guys. There's no way it's going to do the opposite, right? All right, so let me take a screenshot of that. It's just one trade for the day. I haven't taken very much today so far. But I'm up about 1,000 or 1,200, and I'm about 1,200 in total. So let me give you guys the screenshot over here of my profits real quick. All right. So here is the profits I made off that trade. I made about 500 off this account, 577, then this account, 630. So I'm in profit about 1,200 for the day so far. Locked in nice profit off that K2 US 30 minute scalp. So if you guys have profits, feel free to send them to me or send them in the group. I'll add them to the list of profits, and then we can take a look at everyone's as we get to that point. So I'll be posting these profits at the end of the day anyway. So if you guys want to send your profits, feel free, and then I will add you to the list of profits for the day. All right. So yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys locked in some profits. So looking at this over here, let's see. So Kyle over here, Steven took it. He's up 1,447. Nice work, Steven. So there goes your horns off that. Kyle over here, he's up 138. So it doesn't matter if you guys have a big account or a small account. You can be in the 1,000 range. You can be in the 100 range, right? It doesn't matter. You guys can still profit. It still adds up. Patricia over here, up 1,450. Nice work, Patricia. Off US 30. She said taking it easy today. Yeah, same here. Rick over here, he's up 1,212. Rick really wanted to get on my Instagram story, huh, Rick? So Rick's doing good. He's trying really hard to get on the Instagram story today. Raheel over here locked in 460. Nice work, guys. So all you guys here locked in some pretty solid profits. Great work amongst everyone here, guys. So let me just keep scrolling down over here real quick. Yeah, Rick's profit right there. Jasmine over here. Nice. Jasmine just passed her FTMO. So big congrats to you, Jasmine. She said just passed my challenge, phase 1. So she's up 1,000 for the day. Nice work. Another person in KT in K2 passing their FTMO. So yeah, big congrats to you, Jasmine. So we got another person here passing their FTMO. Let's see. Next up, we got a couple more profits here. Romanio, he locked in some profits off that trade as well. Locked in 780. Nice work, Romanio. Jerry over here too. Jerry's up 1,810. He took the sells that I mentioned right there on the 1 minute. Nice. So Jerry said first day trading on his live FTMO. So Jerry just got funded recently. He's up 1,000. So, we have a 70% split. So say if Jerry was done trading for the day and he done trading for the rest of his cycle. So he made about 1,810.50 cents times 70%. His take home would be 1,267. So he made this much in real profit if he decides to stop trading for the rest of his session. So Jamie over here as well. Jamie's up 642. No losses for anyone so far. KJ over here, or Cheryl locked in 2,273. Nice work, Cheryl. And this is just off like a couple trades, guys. KJ's up 500, about 600. So we'll just round that up to 600. So great work amongst everyone here. Roman too. Let's see. Roman's 682. He traded ETH and US 30, the US 30 that I just shared with you guys there. Yeah, you guys are doing pretty solid. Nico over here. Nico's up. Damn, Nico's up a lot. He traded NASDAQ and US 30. He's up almost 10,000 for the day. Wow, that's crazy, Nico. Big congrats to you too, bro. So Nico over here, he's up. He took US 30 and NASDAQ. And Patricia's profits right here, 1,450. So definitely great work amongst everyone here. If you guys have more profits you guys want to send to me, just send them over. Javier said, morning bro, question for the breakout entry. How far from 6:30 you stop looking? So Javier, generally once he reaches like 5 to 10 minutes, I'm usually done at that point. So that's why we didn't take it today. All right, guys. But yeah, no, definitely great profits amongst everyone here. You guys did pretty solid with just that one trade. We're now looking for another possible entry, but we don't have one just yet. So now in the 1 minute, we're looking for another retracement up, and then we catch it as it comes back down. Same with the 3 minute right here. This one's still pending. So we have this one pending here. Let's see. Yeah, if this closes right here, we can take this 3 minute, but we need this sell signal right here to close in the next 40 seconds. So looking at the fundamentals here, it's still pretty down 130 points. So that's perfectly fine for us here. We just need this to close right here for a possible entry off the 3 minute. There's no, you can see it's kind of bouncing around. We need that confirmation before we can hop into the trade. All right, 20 seconds. Looks like price is kind of consolidating now on the 1 minute. All right, we got 10 seconds here on the 3 minute. We got 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, no entry. All right, so no entry off that. Looking at the 1 minute here, you can see it's kind of just consolidating, right? If you could like just drew some like zones right here. It's not really moving. It's kind of just dead now. So it's kind of just going sideways right there within this area. But we're pretty much just waiting for that confirmation. We don't have a confirmation yet. Once we do, we can take the the trade in that direction. All right, so there's nothing going to be here on the 1 minute. Looks like the 3 minute is our best choice here, our best option if it does close, but we don't have anything available just yet. Let's go over here real quick. See. Nice, Nick. So Nick made 500 profit off that trade too. So nice work, Nick. Let me see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. iPhone said this is very risky trading. I mean, it's only risky if you don't know what you're doing, iPhone. You know, our win rate here is pretty high. So like, it's not risky for us because we actually know where price is going to be going, right? We're not just gambling, taking a trade. So it's not really risky. I mean, it did exactly what I said, right? I said it was going to come up and then come back down for the 1 minute. And that's exactly what happened. Came up, came down, and then hit our TP. But, you know, it's all about knowing what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, yeah, it's going to be risky because you're going to be nervous. But I mean, you can see me, I'm pretty much, I've done this so many times. Like, I've been trading this every morning for like a couple of years now. So I know how it moves every morning. So that's why I'm not really too worried whenever I take trades like that. Yeah, definitely, Gallo. Glad you guys made some profit off that. Nice, Hassan. Looks like you made 400 with that too. Yeah, you guys just got to be careful with your lot sizes, right? If your lot sizes are too high, you're going to get nervous. If you're using proper lot sizes, it's fine. You guys don't have to focus on the big profits. Focus on winning and not losing. That's the main thing here, guys. See, a lot of people focus too much on losing, and then they can never succeed at trading because it gets you scared when the opportunity comes. So just keep that in mind whenever you guys are looking at trades to enter. If you guys don't feel comfortable, then don't take it, right? Only if you feel comfortable, especially during a risky week like this. Nice. Let's see. Jasmine sent me some more profits here. Damn. Okay. So Jasmine is doing two. She's doing 2 accounts. So Jasmine just passed 2 FTMO. She did 1 here and then 1 here. Yeah. So you're killing it, Jasmine. So right here on her other account, she made about 1,000. On her other account, she made about 900, close to 1,000 as well. Yeah. So she passed both of them. Great work, Jasmine. So if you guys know what we're doing here, you guys can easily make more profit. Like for Jasmine here, she traded, well, she just traded US 30. But she traded UK 100 here as well. If you guys know the strategy, you guys can do it yourself and make more profit. But, you know, if you guys are just following what I'm doing, you guys can do the same. Definitely. Yeah, no, got you, Rick, with your profits there. Let's see if there's anything else here. Nick here as well. Nick locked in about 430 off that trade. So definitely nice work, Nick. Yeah, I got your profits, Rick. You're going to be on the Instagram story today. If you guys have any other profits you guys want to send over to me, go ahead and post them up, and then I could add you to the list. Currently, right now, we're looking for a possible entry. There's nothing available yet, but this 3 minute is going to be the closest thing that we can reach. It's down. We have about 2 minutes left on this candle. If it closes, then we'll take this for a sell. If it doesn't, then we're just going to wait for an entry. All right. Yeah, no, definitely nice work, Rick. Glad to see that you're finally, you know, passing your FTMOs, man. It's been a long time coming. All right, cool. Yeah, Razul said, Shawn, these wicks look weird. Looks like it might just turn back to the upside. Yeah, no, exactly. I think so too. This is why I'm not really inclined to take these trades. You know, like I mentioned, guys, today's a risky day to trade. For one, it's Monday. For two, the Fed members are speaking. I think one's speaking right now, right? So Fed member Williams is speaking right now. Barkin's going to speak at 9. And also it's NFP. So this is NFP week. If you guys are familiar with NFP week, it's just market is all choppy all throughout this week. And then we start to see some crazy volatility around Wednesday and Friday morning. So, you know, just keep that in mind. If I don't see any entries here up until 8, then I'm probably just going to be done for the day. I don't want to risk it. I'm already in profit about 1,200 for the day. So I don't need to risk it, right? Like let's see, for this account over here, I made 577.02 plus my other account 630. I'm up 1,207, right? Like there's no need for me to go and risk it and hop into another trade if it's not like a really good one. I'd rather just keep my win streak. I haven't lost a trade in I think about in a couple months now. So I want to keep it going. Tariq said, try to be smart, took that big L. I'm up though for the day. So yeah, Tariq over here, he took a risky trade. He tried to scalp it in the opposite direction. So yeah, looking at this over here, Tariq looks like he's up 2,572, but he did take a loss right there. Unfortunately, he could have been up like about 3,000, 4,000, but you know, profit's profit, Tariq. Sometimes you got to take that risk, you know, if you feel comfortable with it. But yeah, so the good thing about Tariq here is that he understood that he made a mistake. Like that was his problem, right? He took a trade when he shouldn't have taken it. But it's all good, man. If you close out in profit, that's the main key. The main key for you guys here is I want you guys to close out in profit every day, every week, every month, so that your account just keeps compounding and growing every week, right? Every day, every week, every month. That way you can blow up an account. Like you can have a small account and then have a huge account by the end of the year. And then just keep compounding that trading with us here, because we have such a high win rate that people rarely lose here. As long as you use proper risk management, you guys should be fine. So there's no entry here for 3 minute. You can see that it's starting to go back and forth now, right? It's starting to, so if I take these pivots off the 1 minute here, you can see that it's pretty much just, it's just ranging now. So we got this right here, and then we got this down here. So it's just ranging sideways, right? Looking at the 10 minute here, see how I drew this earlier? I mentioned that it was probably going to range within this area. That's exactly what's happening. It's just ranging. You don't want to trade when the market's moving like this, because this can easily spike in either direction when you least expect it. I mean, we'll see where it goes from here. If I see anything from now until 8, we'll take the trade. If not, then I'm probably going to log off. So I'll pretty much be good from that point here. Yeah, exactly. So Kenny said, I'm out, not trying to blow my account. There's always tomorrow. Exactly, Kenny. Today's a risky day to trade, guys. So just keep that in mind. If you guys, want to be safe about your account over here. Azriel is asking, what's the link for the news you were watching? We use CNBC, Azriel. We use Forex Factory for the economic calendar, but we use CNBC for live news. So this is what we use here. That we use CNBC. We also use Forex Factory for the economic calendar here, where things are pretty much set up for the week. But we use CNBC because it gives you real-time updates if anything is going on. So guys, just another reminder, if you guys want to learn how to apply these strategies here that everyone's applying, obviously for me, I only made about 1,200 for the day. I took only one trade. Other people here in the group took, like Tariq took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So if you want to take more trades and, yield more profit, you guys can. Just go on the website, k2trades.com, click on K2 strategy course right here, and then you can take as many trades as you like, because you guys will actually know the strategy and you guys can do it on your own time. And just another reminder, if you guys haven't already, if you guys can like the stream, that'll definitely help us find more people that need help with trading, right? I'm here to help you guys out. If you guys have any questions, I'm here to answer your questions. But we can't help as many. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that want help but can't find the help. And the only way that we can really reach other people out there that do want the help, like profit with this here, is if the video starts to gain some traction, right? If the channel starts to gain traction, or it'll show up on other people's pages. Because everyone's profiting here, so there's really no reason, like there's no competition here, right? If we're scalping, so like if we make profit, someone else can make profit too. It's not like we're swing trading where like everyone's kind of lumping their trades in one direction, and then whoever gets out earlier could be the luckiest, right? For us, we're taking the same trades all together, and we're here to profit together, right? We're in these trades for a few seconds, so it doesn't hurt to share these profits with your friends or your family, or whoever wants to profit with this, right? There's really no competition here, guys. As long as you guys are profiting, that's all that matters. You guys can see here that people's profits vary, right? Because some people apply more entries than others. Like me, I only took one trade here. But looking at other people here, Jasmine took about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Nico took 3 trades here. He traded the NASDAQ. I don't even trade the NASDAQ. Roman here, he took just the trade that I called, and then some Ethereum trades. So like there's a lot of, there's a lot of opportunity here. And I just want to make sure that you guys are like being able to spread this amongst like everyone else. Because I feel like a lot of people feel like there's a competition in trading. Like there's only one person that can be successful. But if you guys have been following K2 like for the past 2-3 years, I have days and days of profits here from everyone, right? So this is proof that like everyone can profit here. It's not just a few people that are profiting. Like literally everyone here profits every day. If you guys have like a random day that you guys want me to look at, like I can pull up the calendar here and I can pull up a random day. So if you want to go to like April 8th, right, a random day, you can see all the people who profited on this day. You know, there's enough profit to go around, guys. There's no need for you guys to like hide this from someone, because we can all profit together. There's no competition here. There's really nothing shady going on. You know, everyone here profits together. There's no difference whether you make profit or other people make profit as well. So you guys got to keep that mindset open, right? I feel like a lot of people, they like to hide stuff from people. Like they don't want to share certain strategies with people because they think that, oh, if this person profits, and it's gonna dwindle their opportunity to make profit. But as you guys can see here, I've been doing this for years, and all of us have been profiting every day. So this is stable, right? It's something that we can keep doing every single day. All right, cool. So let me see if there's anything else over here that I'm missing on. So looking at the US 30 here, there's nothing for us to take. Like I mentioned, we're waiting for that sell signal here. The sell signal never came. So we don't have an entry here on the 3 minute. Same with the 1 minute here. We're looking for a sell signal so we can take that sell, but nothing's come yet. Here on the 10 minute, it's just going sideways. There's nothing for us to take. Generally, if you guys have been following me, you guys know that I trade basically up until 8 o'clock. It's 7:30 right now, so I'm about 30 minutes till I call it a day. So right now, if you guys have questions, go ahead and put your questions in the chat, and I can analyze anything for you guys. And I can help you guys out with like, you know, any questions that you guys have here. So I do have one question from, I forgot who asked about UJ earlier, Javid. So Javid, if you're still here, I'll pull up UJ, and then I'll analyze it from scratch so that you can see what I see. All right, so here's UJ right here. I'm just gonna take everything off the chart. I'll show you guys how I analyze things. And if you guys have the K2 indicators, you guys can do this as well, because I teach you guys exactly how to do what I'm doing here. It's not very difficult. The first thing I do is I take everything off the chart. Here's a naked chart. I zoom out so I can see everything. And the first thing I'm going to do is identify market structure, right? So I'm going to turn on the K2SR version 2 indicator right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw my zones. The reason for these zones is so that we can identify rejection points, right? You don't want to trade where price is going to be rejecting from. So this is going to give you a framework as to where to trade and where not to trade. And it'll also help you identify how price is moving, right? Because price moves in patterns. You know, a lot of people like to just go off price action, which is fine, but price action alone is generally not going to be enough. You guys need to like mix other techniques like I do here. I mix price action with structures and with momentum, right? So that we can have pretty much a really good win rate. So if you guys see here, I drew up market structure. This is the first thing I do. If you look at price, it generally moves in patterns, right? Right here, it consolidates. It's a breakout downwards, consolidation, breakout upwards, consolidation, breakout downwards. So you guys can see, right? It goes from consolidation to a breakout in one direction or the other. So if you guys have this drawn up and you guys have market structure here, it pretty much clears everything up for you, so that you know what's going to happen next. So if you look at current price right now for UJ, you can see that it's somewhat consolidating, right? It's just going sideways right here. So what do you think is going to happen after this consolidation? It's going to have to break out upwards or downwards, right? So like looking at UJ right here, we already identified market structure. The next thing I'm going to do is turn on the momentum indicator to identify the bias. Right here, the bias is a sell, right? So looking at this right here, we have a sell signal. Our bias right here is a sell. So what happens is if price closes below the structure, you know, odds are price is probably going to come down from this point. So that's kind of what I see happening for UJ. Another confirmation that you guys can use is you guys can turn on the K2 pivots indicator. You can see that price was currently in an uptrend and it's currently trying to shift downwards, right? So if it's trying to shift downwards, odds are it's probably going to shift downwards at some point. It might not happen today. It might happen in a couple of days or, you know, at some time in the future. Turning on the trend meter right here, you can see that it's blue. When it's blue, this means that price is indecisive, or the trend is indecisive. So when it's green, that means it's bullish, right? You can see when it's green down here, it pushes up to the upside. When it's blue, it just goes sideways, consolidation. It's blue right here, consolidation. Green right here, bullish. Red right here, bearish. So looking at this right here, UJ doesn't look like a good trade right now because it's kind of going against its principles, right? It's currently in an uptrend for the current time frame. The overall trend is indecisive, and it looks like it might just bounce off here. So I wouldn't take this for a sell, even though this would possibly provide for a possible sell entry. I would wait for it to close somewhere below here or below the pivot so that you can confirm that it's actually shifting to the downside. Because the last thing you want to do is get caught in a drop like this right here, and then it ends up shooting all the way back up, right? So just looking at UJ right here, it doesn't look like something that I would personally want to trade. I'd probably wait for it to provide a buy signal and then wait for it to close above here. And then once it closes above here, you can pretty much catch that bigger move as it swings up, you know, further. But yeah, just looking at UJ right now, it's just it's too indecisive. You know, with it being NFP this week, with the Fed speaking right now as well, it's just it's not a safe trade to take. So it's not something that I would recommend that you take right now, Javid. All right, so I'm done with UJ right here. Let me go down the questions and see what else did I miss. I see your question right there, Hugo, for gold. I'll take a look at gold for you as well. So let me go back to US 30 real quick and see if there's any entries. No entries available yet, so that's fine. Sabra is asking, can you show us again how you view the real-time Dow instead of the future Dow? Yeah, sure, Sabra. So if you go on CNBC right here, if you go to cnbc.com, if you click on US right here, this is going to be what's going on daily right now. So for the daily, if you click on this right here, this will give you the current price for the daily, right? This is what's moving right now. If you want to see the futures data, you go to pre-market, or what happens is when the market opens, when the market's closed, this will change. It'll go to pre-market. And then from there, you can pull up the futures data. Sabra, you see that? So the difference with this here is you click on US right here. This will give you the current data. This is only during market open. So like from 6:30 up until 2 p.m. Pacific time, this is going to be current, the current index right now. If you want to look at the futures, click on pre-market, or you just open it after the market's closed, and then it'll give you the futures data right there. So you can see they're kind of similar, but they're also a little different. Currently, it's 124 points negative. For the futures data, it's down 121. So pretty simple fix right there. Yeah, no problem, Sabra. All right, so let me see if there's anything else for me to look at here. Another question from here. Let me just scroll here real quick. Nick said, I feel like that the push up that's coming is going to move today. Either that or it drops heavy. Exactly, Nick. That's why I'm being careful right now as well. Nick also mentioned, I've introduced you to many people. Most don't understand and aren't willing to try and learn. And others just think it's yeah, no, exactly, Nick. I mean, it's no loss to us, right? Like if you're making the effort to show people this and they don't want to do it, that's fine. You know, trading is not for everybody. It can be for everybody, but it's not necessarily for everybody. So, I mean, you did your part, right? in getting people to be aware of what's available. But I mean, you can't force someone. It's like that saying, right? You could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink, because like literally you could show them like that there's something here, and it doesn't mean that they're going to follow. So I mean, it's all good. You did your part, Nick, with trying to help your friends and family. Yeah, exactly. Definitely adds more volatility. So Adriel as well said, which broker is the best to trade US 30 on a small count? How small can it be? So Adriel, I mean, it depends on what you have, right? So if you have 1,000, then you can trade on Hugo's Way. I don't recommend unregulated brokers, but that's one that I've used in the past. I haven't had any issues with them. So Hugo's Way is good if you have it like at least 1,000. If you have less than 1,000, you can use CoinEx. I haven't used CoinEx myself, but a lot of people in the group have used CoinEx, and they haven't had anything bad to say about it. So that's your other option right there. So either Hugo's Way or CoinEx, depending on if you have over 1,000 or under 1,000. So here's a possible scalp here for the 1 minute. Also here on the 3 minute. So if this closes right here, this is going to be a scalp. Let's see, we got about 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, fuck me, I took the trade on accident. I need to close out of this trade. So let's see, I'm gonna let it swing in a profit. There's no entry there, guys. I accidentally entered. I clicked it and it didn't close. So I'm just gonna exit in profit when I can. I hate when the freaking price does that. It's so annoying. All right, I'm out. So I made about 500 off that trade right there. I'm gonna wait for the next one. I could have held it, but there's no valid entry there, right? If you guys enter a bad trade and it's not an actual trade, I recommend you guys just exit in profit. So I accidentally entered the trade. I made some profit off it, and I pulled out because there's no trade there. You just can't, you can't like take a trade and then pray that it's going to go in your direction. If it's an incorrect trade, you guys got to pull out once you make it in profit, and then just wait for actual trade to appear. So I accidentally took that trade right there because I thought it closed. I mean, it's all good. I'll show you guys my profits right here. I locked in. So I'm up about 2,000 for the day now. So, I mean, it was beneficial, but there's no entry there. It's an invalid signal. So I wouldn't be taking that right there. Here are my positions right there. So you can see earlier, I had about 577 and then I had about 630. So for this one over here, off that accidental trade, I made about another 500 there. So I'm up about 1,000 on this account, and then I'm up over 1,000 on this account right here. So, whoops, accidentally pinned that too. All right. Accidental, that's 30 profit. Yeah. So, if you guys know what you're doing here, you should be fine. Like the momentum's there, guys. Like the bias is still a sell. That's why I didn't really worry about it, but I did pull out because I don't want to risk it. But yeah, no, it definitely looks like a lot of you guys all got into the accidental sell for us here. Let me see this right here real quick. So I'll just send this out to you guys here. Looks like a lot of you guys took that trade with me. It's funny because sometimes you guys just hear the noise and you guys hop in without even knowing what I'm doing because you guys trust my moves like every time. Let's see, Isaac over here. Nice work, Isaac. Isaac's at 420 for the day. Congrats to you, Isaac. Let me see what else we got over here. MA's asking, can we apply the breakout strategy on European indices? I mean, you can test it, MA. I haven't done it myself, so I can't really say. But if you test it, you can find out if it how accurate it is. Javier here, he took the exit in as well. He said, I took it accidentally. He's on the same boat. Yeah, because so what happens sometimes is other people accidentally take the trade because they're following it, right? So if you're following it and then you see it close, because sometimes it closes really fast. If it closes too fast, like sometimes you just get into the trade when you're not supposed to. So Nico over here too. Nico, he took it when he heard the sound. So he took it. He made about 450 off that. So nice work, Nico. Tariq as well. So Tariq took that trade too. He's up almost 3,000 for the day. So you basically recouped your loss, Tariq. You were down like, you had that loss right there, but you just pretty much just made it all the way back. So nice work, Tariq, off that right there. Yeah, so you guys are pretty much on point. Mark here too. Mark accidentally took it. Oh man, but he ended up in the red. You just need to take one more trade, Mark, to make it back. Looks like you had like another, and you took a heavy lot size off that too, Mark. So remember what I was saying earlier, Mark. You got to stay close to your. You got to use proper lot sizes because you go from like a 1 lot to a 1.5 to 250. Today's a risky day. You should be using less, if not normal lot size. But this right here was just this too big of a lot. It might have been an accident on your end, Mark, which is fine. It happens sometimes. But you got to make sure to be on point because, obviously, if you make a mistake and you take a wrong lot size, it's going to hurt you more than not. Because if you took a 1 lot off this, you'd still be in profit right now. But you took a heavier lot size for just that one trade. So, just keep that in mind, Mark, in the future. I mean, you might have just slipped. Sometimes it happens where an accident just happens. But if you held on to it, you still would have made some profit right here because it came right back down as it, as it continues. Azrael, the trades don't automatically close. I manually close them. I manually enter them and I manually close them. Nothing here is automatic for my trades. So other than that, let me see if there's anything else. Okay, so Hugo, sorry, I didn't miss your question there, but I'm going to go over to gold real quick. So Hugo wanted me to take a look at gold. So here's gold right here. I'm just going to go ahead and so if you guys see here, I marked this up from last week. It hasn't even moved. I mentioned here that it was going to range and it just ranged and it hasn't broken outside of the zone right here. So just looking at gold right now, there's nothing for us to really take at this point. It's just consolidating sideways, Hugo. You can see I marked this up on June 22nd. So this was like last Monday. Last Monday, I marked this up. I was like, it's going to go sideways. And it's either going to have to break upwards or downwards. Looking at this here, it hasn't even broken anywhere. If I turn off, pretty much turn off all these indicators here, you can see that these same zones that I drew from last week are still working perfectly fine. I drew these like last Monday or last Sunday, and price hasn't gone anywhere. So just looking at this right here, sorry, looking at this right here, Hugo, there's nothing to really look at because I have this market from last week. It still hasn't done what it was supposed to do last week. Once it breaks above or below, then you can take the trade. But right now, I wouldn't take the trade when it's just consolidating like this sideways because it can easily break out in the opposite direction. Like the last thing you want to do is enter a long position and then it ends up spiking down, you get stopped out, right? Or vice versa, you end up entering a short position right here, and then it shoots up and ends up stopping you out that way, right? So just keep that in mind. It's just not the perfect time for you to be entering any trades right now for gold. But I'll analyze this as the week continues. So tomorrow, I'll analyze it for you again. But obviously right now, there's no reason for you guys to be entering any trades. It's only been ranging about like 900 pips anyways. Your spread's probably like 100 pips, 200 pips. So it's going to be hard for you to really make any profit until it breaks out of this. So that's it for gold right there. See, short scene said GJ on the 8 hour. So let me just go over here. I'll do it on a clean chart because I don't want to mess up the charts that I currently have right now. So I'll go on the 8 hour. I never analyze on the 8 hour, but short scene usually has some pretty nice setups that he identifies, you know, on the other time frame. So let me just pull up GJ for you real quick. GBP, JPY. All right, so I'm going to draw market structure first. First things first, market structure. We got one down here, one over here, another one over here, one right there. All right, pretty solid. All right, so looking at this right here, these are some clean market structures. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off right here. You can see that price is currently, I mean, it's kind of just ranging within this area right here. It's within this zone. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna turn the momentum indicator. Looks like we got a sell momentum right here. So what I'd be looking for right here is, sorry to sneeze. All right, I'm back. So anyways, looking at this right here, what we'd be looking for is for price to close below the structure, right? Short scene. So it's currently just consolidating within this zone right here. What I'd be looking for is for price to close below here. Once it closes below here, it's going to be the same pattern that happened right here, right? So we had a sell signal right there. We got a sell signal right here. Price broke below structure right here and closed. If price breaks and closes below this structure, we can be prepared for another big drop, right? Because it always repeats itself, right? If you look at this here, the same exact pattern. It consolidated, then it dropped. It confirmed below here, and then it dropped all the way down here. You probably could have held it longer, but it would have hit TP at that point right there. So same situation right here. Price came up, consolidated, dropped a little bit, consolidated again. We just needed to close below here, and then we can catch that drop as it drops further. So yeah, I think it's probably going to drop eventually. I was looking at the JPY trades anyways. Like over here, I had this marked up CHF JPY for a sell, because I had a feeling that the JPYs were going to drop. So I had a feeling this was going to drop here. Same with odd JPY over here. I wanted to call this trade right here, but I didn't because, the market just looked kind of weird. But looking at this here, AJ, I think is going to drop. CJ is going to drop too. CHF JPY is going to drop as well. EJ right here, it's currently, they're all currently going in the same direction. So same with GJ right here. It's also dropping, but like you mentioned on the 8 hour, I think this would be the full confirmation. If it closes below here, then, I'm sold to take this trade here for a sell. But right now, it's kind of just, it's just going sideways. It is in a downtrend, but it's not very strong. The market is slow right now, so there's not really much for us to look at, but technically it is in a downtrend right there. So it can probably keep dropping even further. So yeah, that's pretty much what I see over here. Peter said US 30 on the 3 minute. So we had an entry right here off the 3 minute. I didn't enter it. I might enter it. Let me see. For a late entry. So this is kind of risky right here because the problem with this is that it's if you guys want to take it, I mean, feel free, but this is a risky trade. I'm not in the trade right now. I'm still thinking if I want to take it. Reason for that's because there's a support right here. So it's like literally right here on the support. Let's see. Yeah, so this right here, there's this is technically an entry off the 3 minute, but I'm not going to take it. If you guys want to take it, feel free to take it at your own risk. But like I'm telling you guys, it's a risky time to take it right now because it's at support and it's also at I mean, there's just a lot of factors that make me not want to take it. So if I don't want to take it, it should give you guys a hint that it's probably a risky trade to be taking, but we'll follow it. If you guys want to take it, feel free. I'll follow it, but I'm not going to take it myself. I'm already up in profit 2,000 for the day, so I'm not really looking to risk anything. I'm kind of just cruising right now, waiting for a possible, another possible entry, but this right here is just too close to the support. So what might happen here is if it breaks below here, then I'll probably enter it for a late entry. I'll just take half the move. I'm not going to shoot for the full move, but I just, I want it to close below this little area right here, because you can see right here that it's touched it twice, right? So with it touching it twice, that's basically a double bottom. What I want is for it to close below here. If it closes below here, I'll just take the small move from here. I'll take half profit and I'll just lock in like a couple thousand right here, maybe 1,000, 1,500 off this one trade right here. So we got. All right, cool. Yeah, Jeff said US 30 should make pivot believers of everyone now. Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I'm looking here at the 3-minute, but I'm not going to take it, guys. So let me see if there's any other questions here before I continue on. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, short team said got it. I'm looking for a short too. Yeah, no, definitely. So if that short plays out, I think it'll definitely drop from here. Short team. We'll keep following it into the week, and we'll see. I don't know if it's going to move very much today. It'll probably pick up tomorrow or Wednesday. It is NFP, so it's probably going to be kind of slow until Wednesday, anyways, mid market or midweek. All right, Shanika wants me to take a look. Shakina, sorry. Shakina wants me to take a look at NASDAQ. So let me take a look at NASDAQ real quick. Shakina, do you want me to look at it on the scalp? I'm assuming scalp, right? Because I don't think any of you guys really trade it off of the higher time frames. So looking at this right here, I'm just going to mark up the zones real quick. I don't see any entries available right now, but I'll see if there was anything that was available like maybe this morning or something like that, because it seems like there was, but it's too bullish right now, so I don't really see any possible entries that are available at this very moment. All right, so I'm gonna turn off the pivots right here. As you guys can see, applying the snipe strategy right here. I'll just put the strategy right here. This is a K2 snipe strategy, 10-minute time frame. So first you want to confirm a wick rejection off K2 pivot, off any K2 pivot. 2, confirm a wick rejection off K2 SR zone. 3, confirm wick rejection off K2 pivot, does not touch candle body. And then lastly, confirm direction of momentum. Using K2 momentum indicator. So yeah, looking at this right here, there's no entries available right now, but looking at the previous candle over here, this is probably the most recent entry that was available. So if you follow this right here using the snipe strategy, first you want to confirm a wick rejection off the K2 pivot right here. This green candle right here rejects off this green pivot. So that's confirmation number 1. Confirmation number 2, you want to confirm wick rejection off K2 SR zone. This whole zone right here is the K2 SR zone. So as you can see, price is pushing off it. That's going to confirm the wick rejection off the zone. Lastly, you want to confirm the wick, the pivot isn't touching the body. It's not doing that there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Last confirmation, you want to confirm the direction of momentum using the K2 momentum indicator. Right here, we have a buy signal. So it's indicating a momentum swing upwards. So you're only looking for buys. With that said, you would enter this for a long position right here. I think people go for like 250 pips or 500, somewhere around there. So if you were to take this trade right here and you let it run, you can see that it went straight to full TP right there. So that would be the most recent entry. Obviously, you can see over here, there's a couple other entries that were available. So for example, if maybe this green one right here too, same situation with this green one right here. If you scroll in a little closer, you can see all the requirements are met, right? Wick rejection off the pivot, wick rejection off the structure, the pivot isn't touching the body. You could have entered this for another buy right there. And then if you took that right there, you would have hit your TP off that as well, right? So 2 entries that were available right there, but currently right now, there's no entries available for the NASDAQ. it's too far out. So there's no zones out here, and it's not touching any of the pivots. So there's no entries that are available for the NASDAQ right now off of that. All right, so there's a move right there for US 30, that same one that we were looking at. You know, like I mentioned, I'm not in the trade, but I'm trying to catch it if it comes below here. If it closes below the support, then yeah, I'll come take it. But right now it hasn't done that. You can see it's just bouncing around this area. Last thing you want to do is enter a trade here for a sell, and then it ends up rejecting all the way back up because it's, you know, it's establishing a double bottom, if not triple bottom right here with this most recent candle. So just keep that in mind. You know, don't hop into anything that you guys aren't comfortable with. I'm not in this trade, so we're not, you know, I'm not even looking at this right now. All I did was I marked it up for you guys who wanted to possibly follow it. All right, cool. Let me just scroll up real quick. Chris said, I see that when you draw your ranges, do you draw them from the red line to the red line, or the green and then the green line? I see you took a bunch of green lines and combined them. Yeah, so Chris, let me just go over here real quick. So I do get your confusion right there. So if you, so Chris, do you have like a specific pair that you like to trade? Because I can mark it up for you to show you what I'm doing. But here, I'll just go back to GJ right here like I drew earlier. So these zones right here are all separated, right? So like this zone right here, you can see it's just one zone, right? This zone right here, what we do is we just cover it. So this is one zone right there. Again, right here, this is one zone right here. And then when I overlap them, that's when they overlap. So you can see right here, technically this green zone right here is right here, right? And you see this next green zone, they overlap each other, right? So instead of me drawing two zones like that, you see how it looks kind of messy. Instead of drawing two zones like that, I just draw one big zone. So I connect these together like that. So that's probably where you got a little confused, right? Because you saw them, I just thought you saw me draw it into one big zone. If they ever overlap, that's when I draw them. But if they don't overlap, I draw them separate. So right here, this right here is separate, and this one right here is separate, right? Because there's still some space in between. If you want to overlap these two because they're so close, you can do that as well. But I kind of like it to be really clean. I like to clean it up, and I like to keep gaps in between if there is a gap. So this is pretty much how I draw it like there. But I think this is exactly where you were kind of confused with, because you saw that I drew one big zone, and the reason for that was because they overlapped, and it was easy for us to just have one big zone instead of drawing two small ones. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, no, same thing. You know, this is it's a common problem with a lot of people. Once you do it enough times, you'll start to realize like it'll start to become a lot easier. Even looking at the NASDAQ right here, you know how I marked up these zones over here. So pretty much you can see that there's a bunch of zones that overlap right here, right? So generally what I'll do is I'll go from the top to the bottom. So you can see this top one right here. You can see that I just drew one big zone right here, but there's other zones that are within it. So I just draw one big zone and it covers the entire area. And that's pretty much how you would set it up. All right, yeah, no problem, Chris. Got you. All right, so let me just go back to US 30 real quick, see where it's moving. All right, US 30 is messing around. See, this is why I didn't take the trade. So thankfully I didn't take that trade because I'm happy with my profits right now. I'm up 2,000 for the day. So, or I could even add them up. Let's see. So for the day right now, so I'll just delete this. You can see these are my two accounts right here. So for this one right here, I'm up 989.15 cents. Plus down here, I'm up 1,051.40 cents. So I'm up 2,040.55 cents right now. So this is why I'm not inclined to take any trades, right? I'm happy with my profits for the day. You know, it's really, so a lot of people keep asking, like, I always ask people, like, what is your goal, right? And everyone's like, oh, I want to make $1 million. If you guys think about it, guys, making $1 million is not that difficult. Like you can see here. So like, this is what you got to do, right? There's like, so you want to make $1 million, right? So you got $1 million. You just got to do the reverse math. So that's $1 million right there, right? If you want to make $1 million, you'll divide that by 12. So there's 12 months in the year. And then there's like 4 weeks every month, right? So you divide that by 12, you divide that by 4 weeks. And then how many days are in a week that we trade? We trade 5 days a week, right? You divide that by 5. This is how much you got to make a day to make $1 million, 4,166. If you guys look at everyone's profits here, you see how much profit everyone's making. Tariq's making like up to 3,000 right there. Javier is making up to 1,200, right? There's people here who are making pretty solid profit every day. You know, you just need to keep increasing your profit. Nico over here, he made about 10,000 for the day, right? That can balance out. If you have an average of 4,000 for the day, you can make $1 million in a year. You know, it's really not that difficult. That's why, like, I'm focused on not losing trades, because if you guys focus on the bigger, you know, the bigger scheme of things, on not losing, and you keep locking in profits, you know, you can easily make $1 million. Or even if you're going for something smaller, if you're going for 100,000, like, guys, like, check this out, you know, 100,000 right here, this is even less. If you just want to make 6 figures, and, you know, think about 100,000 is not that much money. 100,000 divided by 12, divided by 4, divided by 5, you only got to make 416 a day, right? Jerry over here made 1,800. You know, you got Romano over here making 700. If you can keep doing this every single day, like if you look here every day, everyone's profits, if you could just continue to do this, 400 bucks a day, you can easily make 100K in a year. So, you know, don't ever limit yourself to like going for like 6 figures. Like if you guys want to go for 7 figures, you know, that's your goal. That's going to be your profit goal for the day. You're like, okay, if that's what you want to do, then you got to lock in X amount of profit every day, which is not that difficult, right? You take one breakout entry with me and you have this already. You already made 6 figures for the year if you just do this with me every single day. And it's just, you know, it's simple. So just keep that in mind, guys. Like, don't ever feel discouraged about reaching a certain profit amount. It's possible. It's just you guys got to put in the work, and you guys got to be consistent with your trading. So let me see real quick. Kenny said with good frame and KT trades we can. Oh, definitely, guys. I'm here to help you guys. I want to make sure that all you guys reach all your profit goals, because, you know, trading has changed my life, man. I don't even work anymore. I don't have to ever work again in my life. No boss ever again, because I got this trading thing down. So I'm here to help you guys out get to that level as well. So this is why I didn't take this trade here, right? It was a risky trade. I decided not to take it. I'm glad I didn't, because I would have thrown away some profits right here if I took this trade. So other than that, let me see if there's any other questions as we continue on. Nice. Quante, what's up, bro? Gonna rejoin K2. Had to take a break for personal reasons. It's all good. Quante, it happens, man. So yeah, glad to have you back here. And I haven't talked to you in a while. See if there's anything else that I'm missing. Nick said just got back, took a break for breakfast. Let me scroll up here real quick in the Zoom. Nice. So Gallo said, hit my daily goal. So it's yet another great day. No, definitely, Gallo. You know, once you guys hit your goal, you guys can call it a day. You guys don't have to keep trading. And if you guys follow me, I only trade for 2 hours a day, guys. I trade from 6:30 to 8, maybe a little longer. And that, you know, this is how I have my accuracy. If you guys have been following my profits every day, I haven't had a losing day in like months now, because I only take like 1 to 5 trades a day, right? So like these are my trades from last week, from June 21 to June 25, right? I had no losses. I had a total of 12,302. This is just from last week. And then for my other account, same thing, because I copy my trades. So like, for example, if you followed me last week, you know, I made a total of, sorry, I'll just add this up. So this is from last week. This is all from Monday up until Friday. I had no losses. I made 12,302 and 74. Plus this one over here, I made 11,567 and 43 cents. So it was about 23,870 for the week. You know, if I was to do this consistently every week and not lose, you multiply that by 4, that's 9,000. It's 95,480 for the month. You multiply that by 12, that's well over $1 million, right? So I'm on my way to reach that if I keep on staying consistent with this as we continue on. So, you know, it's not that difficult, guys. Like, you get like $1 million seems like a lot of money to you guys, but if you guys just do the math, it's possible if you guys just stay consistent with your, you know, with your trades. All right. Anyways, let me scroll down real quick. Kimberly said, with any of your strategies, how do you know how many pips or points to trade is good? If for how, like, sorry, Kimberly, let me reread your question. With any of your strategy, how do you know how many pips or points the trade is good for? Like, how do you know how many ticks to put in? It's explained in the course, Kimberly. Did you watch the course? Everything's broken down. The 10-minute, we go for 500 pips or 550 points. For the 3-minute, we go for 25 points or 250 pips. I mean, these points here, you just add a 0 to it, it becomes pips. But it hasn't changed. Like, everything's been the same since we started trading. So you might want to go back and rewatch the videos, Kimberly. Everything's explained there in detail for you know, what the TP stop loss is. But if you're doing points right here, you just add a 0 to it, it becomes pips. So like, 30 points here is 300 pips. 10 points here is 100 pips, you know, vice versa on the 5-minute or the 10-minute. If you're going for 500 pips or 500 pips, that's 50 points. Vice versa, 25 points is 250 pips. So everything is pretty much explained in all of the videos, Kimberly, if you want to go back and rewatch them. So they haven't changed. They're the same thing as they were previously. Let me see if there's anything else here. Caitlin said, if the 1 minute closes, would you take that as another confluence for the 3-minute sell that we didn't take? Exactly. Yeah, Caitlin. So I would do that. So since I didn't take this trade right here, I would wait on the 1 minute. So say if we get a 1 minute entry right here, so this right here, I would probably take this. If this ends up closing right here, then yeah, I'll probably take this. We got 30 seconds left on here, and I would use this as a confluence for a late entry for this one over here, because it's probably going to come back down, right? The only risky part here is going to be here. I just want to make sure that it doesn't reach the support area. The support area is like really the biggest deal breaker for me, because I just don't want to get caught in a reversal, you know? Yeah, so if this closes here, we can possibly take this for a sell. All right, so I'm in this for a sell right here, entered around this area right here. It's going to catch it as it comes back down. It is a risky trade, so if you guys want to take it, you know, use a smaller lot size. I'm probably going to exit a little early. I don't know if I'm going to hold it for the whole thing, because like I was mentioning, it's just kind of risky for us to hang on to that trade there. So this is going to be 1 minute scalp, full TP, and then we'll just follow. But yeah, Caitlin, you know, great identification with that right there. That's exactly what I use. I use the different time frames as different confluences to confirm the move in that direction further. Hassan's asking, Shawn, what copier do you use? I use Social Trader Tools. So if you want to Google it, you can just look it up. It's pretty simple. You just have one master account, and your copiers will copy it. All right, so we're just letting this play out right here. We'll see where it goes. So like I was mentioning before, guys, I have a mental stop loss for this. I don't really have one that's like set. Generally, it's supposed to be, I think it's like 30. So yeah, stop loss is generally set there, but my mental stop loss is up to like 500 up here. Currently in profit right now. So we hang on to it. Yeah, I mean, we're just going to keep watching right here. Volatility kind of died down a bit. Let me look at the fundamentals. It's still down 140 points, 150 points. So it's still pretty bearish right now. Yeah, bowling is down 7 points right now. Looking at the retail traders, they're kind of shifting to the buy side. So that's cool. All right, currently just watching this right now. As it comes down further, I'm currently like slightly in profit, not a big profit, but I'm in profit right now. And this volatility like died down heavily. It's like not even moving at all. Oh, we'll see where it goes from here. Big drop off that US 30 right there off the 3 minute. There we go. About to hit TP. Once it hits TP, just remember to close out, guys. Don't get greedy. I mean, if you guys want to hang on to it, feel free, but I'm out. There you go. Made another 1,000 off that. See that, guys? We were in that trade for like a few seconds. Out of that. All right, I'm in profit maybe 4,000 for the day now. Let me send you guys another profit screenshot over here. All right, so there goes that full TP again right there off that 1 minute. Here's a 3 minute still running in profit. If you guys decided to take it, it's back in profit right there. So as you guys can see, you know, it plays out exactly how we thought. We knew it was going to come down. It's just we're waiting for that confirmation. So another full TP right there off that 1 minute. Let me give you guys another update. See, if you guys know what you're doing, it's not really that risky because there's no risk involved. Like, you know what you're doing, right? There's risk involved, but it's not as bad as if like you didn't know what you're doing. So there's another full TP right there. Let me give you guys another profit screenshot for my trades. So I'm up almost 4,000 for the day. All right, so there's a trade I took. You know, every trade that I call here, guys, that I say that is a safe trade, I do take the trade. I'm not just calling trades and not taking them. I'm actually taking them, making profit. I made about 800 off this account right here, and then I made about 900 off this account right here. So I'm in profit about 4,000 for the day. Talking a bit more profit off that K² US 30 1 minute scalp, or I call it a day. All right, so I think I'm done for the day. It's already 8 o'clock. I'm up 4,000 for the day. So like, guys, remember the math I did, right? If you make 4,000 a day, 5 days a week, like 4,000 a day times 5 days a week times 4 weeks out of the month, that's 80,000 a month times 12. Oh wait, no, it's not right. Or is it right? Yeah, no, I think that is right. But it's just a little more. So like 4,000 a day times 5 times 4 times 12, that's about 960,000 a year. So you're getting close to $1 million there. You know, you make a bigger profit on some other days. You can hit your mill right there. So look at everyone else over here. Kyle, nice work. Kyle locked in 342. So nice work, Kyle, with that. Mark over here, he came right back, right? So Mark had that small loss. Look, see, check this out, Mark. He took a smaller lot size, but he covered that entire loss right there, right? Smart move, Mark. So you guys don't have to take big lot sizes, right? You use proper lot sizes and you do perfectly fine. Yeah, man, my dog's freaking scratching. Cody, stop. This thing's right here in between my legs. He's just scratching. He needs to go out. So yeah, I think this is it for my session because I need to go walk my dog. Anyways, looking at this right here, Mark, he took a smaller lot size, but he made a huge profit off it, right? So if you use proper lot sizes, you don't have to over leverage. Cody, here, buddy, stop. Yeah, so Mark over here made all his profit back and he's back in profit for the day, net profit, right? That's all that matters, guys. I want to make sure that you guys stay net positive for the entire week, day, month. Zachary over here. So Zach locked in 670 right here. Another profit as we go. Tariq over here, he's back. He's up 3,333. So he covered that loss from earlier completely. So nice work, Tariq. Yeah, Tariq's up 3,333. Nico too. Nico, he took the trade as well. He locked in 1,454. So he entered late after he saw me take the trade. But yeah, no, definitely. Great profits amongst everyone here. So Dennis too as well. Dennis had first day on FTMO challenge. But he made some profit today. Nice work, Dennis. He's up 75 for the day. So as you guys can see, it doesn't matter if you have a big account or a small account, you guys can still profit with this here, you know, regardless. So I think that's it for today. I don't know if you guys have any other questions. I don't see anything else here. So I think I'm done. Or actually, let me see. Falcon said, Shawn, can you backtest 2-3 trades with 3-minute strategy if you can right now? Yeah, sure. Let's go back over here. So on the 3-minute, okay, so looking at this over here, here, I'll just go back and I'll just show you what I was, you know, I'm going to open another chart over here. Or, you know, just close this. I'm not in that trade, so it's not a big deal. I could just follow through with what we got over here. So let's backtest to, I mean, I guess whatever is the most recent trade here. So the most recent trade would have been right here. But let's see, this was at London Open. So I don't know if I would have taken this trade here because this was on London Open. So you would have to go back and see, because we use the confluence here for the 3 minutes. So let me see this real quick. Let me just delete everything. Oh, fuck, I messed it up. Sorry. All right, it's kind of hard to backtest because we need to see the confluence here. So like, for example, this was at, what is it, 3:15 a.m. So looking at this at 3:15 on the, or wait, so I don't trade on Sunday. So we're gonna have to go back to like another, like a normal day, right? Because the market isn't open for US 30 on Sunday. So we don't even trade this on Sunday. I don't trade it. I never recommend anyone else do either. So this right here, you can see that it's dropping, but you can see the choppiness right here, right? For these. So days that I usually avoid trading US 30 for scalping is Sunday because the market hasn't opened yet. Once New York session opens on the Monday, then you can go back and look at it. But looking at this here, let me see what the date was. So Sunday was the 27th. We could go to like Thursday. So like Thursday on the 24th, we'll just go from like US session or whatever, like, or I mean, we could go from the 24th, London session. So London right here on the 24th, this is midnight. I'm just going to show you guys so we have the bias, so I don't have to keep going back and forth between this Falcon. So right here on the 24th, which is Thursday, it's a normal trading day. From the 24th right here up until the 25th, so like a full day. Right, the bias here is bullish, right? So from the 24th midnight up until the 25th, we're only looking for buys for US 30. So if I go back to the 24th over here, where's the 24th at? Because if you backtest this, it's hard for me to show you because I only have to like have one screen up at a time. You would have to you look at the confluence here. So looking at the confluence here, the bias was bullish for the 24th. We go over here to the 24th, and this is from midnight here. So I'll just mark this up from here. Midnight on the 24th. All right, right here. So this is market open on the 24th. From this area, we're only looking for buys, right? So like, for example, right here, we have one trade right here on the 3-minute because the bias here is a buy. So but like we're basically just matching it up, right? So like, for example, right here, this is 1 o'clock a.m. my time. This is 1 o'clock a.m. So at 1 o'clock, it's bullish bias. So we're only looking for buys right here. We go over here to the 3-minute. We have the setup, prices above the pivots. We have a buy signal right there. You take a long position right here. Your TP is 25, stop loss is 50. You let it run. And there you go, full TP off that. So we look for the next one. Let's see. All right, another one right here. Same situation right here. This entry is at 321. So if I go over here forward, 321. All right, 321 right here, right? It's bullish. So we're only looking for buys. Again, right there, we look for another buy. Setup right there is perfectly fine. We set up a long position right there. TP stop loss is 25.50. There we go. We got that set up right there. Let it run. Pulls down a little bit. So this one hits stop loss. And this is why I usually don't trade during London. So you can see the market's not open. So you see it kind of pushes up and then reverses. I generally only trade during US session because you get movements like this. Reason for this is because the market's not open. If you want to trade during London, you can trade the DAX or you can trade the UK 100. But here we go. We're entering US session over here. This is going to be US at 6:30. Or if you took it for the other side, so like, for example, this would have lost right here. But if you took it for the bottom side right here, this probably could have won. I mean, depending on, whatever you were aiming for. So there's one right there. But, like I mentioned, I never recommend that you guys take this during London. I don't take it during London, but this is just, a back test of like how this would work if you were to apply it during London. So one win, one loss, one win. And then here's US session. This is where I would actually be taking these trades. So again, right here, same situation. We got the buy right there. We let this run for 25.50. From this point right here. Wait, what happened on Monday? Was there something on Monday? Let me check our trades here. Because we didn't have any losses on Monday. So I don't think we even took that trade there, right? We only took the 24th. See, this is why it's kind of hard to backtest because you guys have to actually go back and see if there was stuff going on. Okay, so there was news on Monday, I think. Fed member was, or the 24th. Sorry, I mixed up the days. The 24th was actually Thursday. There was a ton of news on Thursday. So this is why we didn't really take those trades during that time. Let's see, this reversal right here happened at 7 something. There was news exactly at that time. Fed member Bostic was speaking in natural gas, but we did trade on that day. We just didn't take these scalps here. And I think it was because of the way that the market was moving. Right here on the 24th, you can see that we went live at 6 a.m. We took the breakout entry right here. That's one of the trades we took. I made about a $2,000 profit off that, $2,000 profit off that. It's about $4,000 that day. And then other than that, I think we were done. Oh, we took a 1-minute scalp. So we actually didn't take this trade right here for the 3-minute. So I think if you want to back test this, Falcon, you have to go back test it yourself because there's just too many things. Like I wouldn't even recommend going back testing. I would recommend just forward testing it because we know the strategy works, right? It's just, I don't know what was going on during this time. Now that I look back at news, there was stuff going on. But it's just a lot of work for me to go back and back test it and actually look at like what caused this to move like this, when you can just go back to the results on that day on the 24th. And then you can see, what trades people took here. So if I go back over here and I search on the 24th, you can see what trades people took here, right? So like EW took, she made 1,000. Ghost made about 1,400. We took some trades here, but I don't think we took this trade here. I don't remember what the reason was, but I believe it was because there was news that day. So right here on the 24th, that trade came up around 7:30, natural gas storage, and Fed member Williams was speaking at 8 o'clock. So it's kind of hard to back test without having, all of the things that we actually look at available to you. Because the thing is, for this right here, there was an entry here, but we don't have the fundamentals in mind, right? Because you know how we look at the fundamentals over here? We can't go back and say, oh, were the fundamentals opposite? Is that why we didn't take the trade? There's just different factors. So if you want to go back test it, you can, but these back testing results are going to be skewed because there's other factors that you can't factor in. Like you can't factor in news. You can't factor in the bias right here that we actually use every morning. So what I would recommend is just to forward test it. I would forward test it instead of back testing it because we already know it works, right? Obviously, this is what we've been using for the past 2 years now, and it's been pretty on point. So what I would recommend is just to forward test it. Other than that, I think that's it for this here. Let me see if there's anything else that I missed. Asriel is asking, can I open a demo account in Hugo's way? Yeah, you can. You can open a demo account on any broker, Asriel. Melinda's asking, what did you decide on funding talent? Not sure what you're referring to, Melinda. I don't use funding talent, so I'm not sure what you're referring to with funding talent because I don't necessarily use it. Gallo's asking US 30, what's your predictions? I don't have predictions for it, Gallo. You know how we trade, but we trade them. We trade the trades as they come. We don't. I don't really foretell what's going to happen next because that's how a lot of people fail at trading because they try to look too far ahead. Like they think, oh, it's going to drop from this point, and then it doesn't do it, right? You're kind of just wasting your time if you're predicting it's going to go that way. What you should do is you should just look at it as it happens. Because what you anticipate to happen from now and 2 hours from now is probably not going to happen. Melinda said I mentioned going into funding talent. I don't remember mentioning that, Melinda. Sorry, I mean, did I mention that, guys? Because I don't think I ever thought about going to funding talent. I've always been with FTMO. I've been with FTMO since like last year, so I never really had the urge to go to funding talent. I'm not sure if it was me or if it was someone else. I don't remember. So, I mean, quick answer to your question is no, I'm not looking into funding talent. So I don't know where that came from, but it might have not been from me. Are you in other groups, Melinda? Because I don't think it was from me. Funding talent, there's been a lot of issues. Like I've talked to a lot of people here who they went from FTMO to funding talent because they thought funding talent was better, but then they ran into issues. So they're like, oh, I'm not going to do funding talent anymore. So I haven't really thought about doing it. The only reason I would do funding talent is if I wanted to trade Bitcoin, but there's really no need, right? I'm locking in good profits myself for US 30. So I don't really need to trade on funding talent. The only reason I would go to funding talent is for Bitcoin, but that's about it. I wouldn't be trading US 30 on it because I'm already doing it on FTMO. Pricing's different, so it's not going to carry over. Romadio over here locked in 1,000. So nice work, Romadio. Said he's done for the day. Yeah, I'm done for the day too, guys. Eunice too. Eunice said he closed his last trade manually. Was not comfortable with the with this right here. He said the sell entry on the 3-minute. Right there, the 100. So nice work, Eunice. Ternica, she locked in. Let's see. Ternica locked in 619. Nice work, Ternica, off that. And then her other account, she locked in 218. So a total of about 1,000 right there for Ternica. Definitely nice profits. If you guys have more profits you guys want to send over, go ahead and send them over and I'll add them to the list for the day. Let's see. Kaylin said, didn't you say you were going to You didn't say you were going into it. You just said you were thinking because you can't have more FTMO accounts to get more capital. Yeah, so that's one of the the 3 minutes about to hit TP, guys. So whoever's still in that 3 minute, it's about to hit TP. All right, so whoever's in this 3 minute trade right here, it's still running. Thanks for yeah, it's too late to enter, Mark. I wouldn't enter right now. It's only a few pips away from the TP, so I wouldn't take that there. But yeah, so Caitlin just mentioned that I didn't say I was going to go into it, but I just said I was thinking because you can't have any more FTMO accounts to get more capital. Yeah, no, I've been thinking about it for a while, but the problem with it is that if you're using FTMO and Funding Talent, they're different brokers, so pricing is different, and it's hard to come by when you're scalping because it's only the thing with this is if like the spread here is like, so for me on TradingView, it's like 4 pips, right? If you're trading this, or it's 4 points, so it's technically 30 pips. If your spread on FTMO is like 30 pips, and then your spread on Funding Talent's like 130, it's going to be impossible to lock in some profits, right? Because it's going to be a big price difference. And if you're trading the 1 minute, we're only going for 100 pips. So I wouldn't even be able to trade the 1 minute off different brokers. So I don't really plan on using Funding Talent at all. The only thing I would use it for is for Bitcoin, but not for FTMO. I mean, not for a US 30, because the pricing is like, it's pretty different depending on which broker that you decide to use. So yeah, I'm not looking at Funding Talent at all. I have nothing against Funding Talent, but for FTMO, they haven't been. I've had no issues with FTMO. So, and they've been around way longer. So I don't expect them to disappear. So that's why I stick with FTMO. So Justin. Oh yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, no, Justin, you gotta I said Caitlin. You just go to your Zoom settings, and then you can change it under your settings for your username. So if you go to like settings right here, let me see if I could. Actually, I can't pull it up on mine because it's on a different screen. But if you go under your settings, you could change it from there. But yeah, guys, going back to that question, I don't think I'm going to go over to any other brokers aside from what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to scale my FTMO. So what happens is with FTMOs, they scale your account every, I think it's like 4 to 5 months, right? The thing with my account is I keep merging them, or I keep switching them over. Like before I had 2 100K accounts and I switched them over to a 200K account. So like the whole timeline stopped from there. So I wasn't able to scale it up, but generally they'll scale it up like every 4 to 5 months. So I think I'm just going to stick with FTMO and just scale the account over time. Brittany's asking, within FTMO, the max loss, does it reset monthly? Well, your max loss, it's just, are you talking about if you're talking about the entire max loss, it's based off equity, Brittany. So like, for example, right here. So say if you have, starting 100K account, right? And then say like day 1. Okay, so full TP off the 3 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'm going to give you guys a little update right there. So full TP off the 3 minute. I'll give you guys a little update in the group for whoever took it, because some of you guys did take it. Eunice said he wish he would have held on to it. And I'll give you guys just an update because I know some of you guys like to be updated whenever the trades close out, just so that you guys can follow through with it. So there you go. Full TP off of that right there. I didn't even send this stuff out. So there we go. Let's give you guys a little update right there. There we go. All right, solid. So everyone sent their profits in right now. Let's see. Albert over here. So Patrick over here, he locked in. Damn, nice, 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Patrick. So you're almost funded at this point. I mean, not funded, but you're almost done with it. It's 3,000. Okay, so you're like 3% up right now. Albert over here as well. He locked in $30. So it doesn't matter if you have a big account, small account. You guys can still profit with that. But anyways, going back to what I was just saying. Sorry, I was like, I think it's just going to confuse you if I spell it out. But Brittany, so like for FTMO, the max loss is just max equity, right? So if you have 100K and then you go into negative 200K. I don't know, sorry. If you have a 100K account, you go negative 2,000, then your max loss is gonna be negative 2,000. But if you go up in profit, then it's gonna be positive. So it doesn't reset every month. It only resets if you take a payout. So like once you're funded, you can once you're funded, you can take a payout every month. So if you want to reset it, you can. If not, if you want to just leave funds in there to like keep growing your capital, you can do that as well. If you want like a cushion for the next month. But for the most part, it's just gonna fluctuate based on how much profit you have in your account. And just to be clear, the daily max loss is different from the monthly max loss. So the daily max loss never resets. It just, it resets daily, but it's never going to reset on your matrix. It's always going to show on there. Sorry, my dog keeps looking at me. I think he's ready to call outside. I was going to show you my dog, but this dude's like, he's down here right now. Anyways, going back to the questions, let me just answer the rest of the questions here, and I'm going to log off. So let me see what else we got over here. Cody, hold on. We'll go right now. Sorry, Mark said just started funding talent phase 1. Nice work, Mark. Sam said, hey, Shawn, with FTMO, if you leave your profits in the account and continue to compound it, does your daily loss increase? I know max loss does. It doesn't, Sam. I know it's kind of dumb that they don't let you increase it, but it only increases when you merge accounts. So say if you got two 100K accounts or two 200K accounts and you merge those together, your max daily loss becomes double. Or if you scale it up, if you like have consistent wins for like 4 or 5 months, then your daily loss will go up as well because they increase your account. But other than that, that's pretty much, there's no way to increase it just by leaving your profits in there. It just increases your max monthly loss, but not the daily. Yeah, no problem, Sam. Yeah, Mark, there's no problem with you doing funding talent. Just keep in mind that they're different platforms. So if you guys have questions about funding talent, it's not something that I can really because I've never done it myself. But yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just payouts work differently. They have too many options there, so it's a little different. All right, guys. So I think that's it. It's 8:30 right now. All of our trades that we looked at today all hit TP, like they're all hit profit. Whoever took this one right here, you guys did pretty well. I know Albert did. So let's see. Albert took that trade there. Let's go save messages. So let's see, Albert took that sell there. He made some nice profit off that. Patrick as well. He took it here, made about 3,000. Tarenik over here, she took the trade, made about 200 off that account, 619 off her other account, and then Eunice right here for a total of 100. Yeah, you could have held on to it a little longer, but unfortunately, it's all good. Eunice, you'll catch the next one. Javier here as well. Javier locked in a total of 3,907. So he locked in that trade that we just marked up here on the 3-minute. Held on to it, and it hit TP like we thought it would. Salermo here as well. Salermo's up about 3,000 as well. So nice work, man. You guys are killing it. You guys actually did pretty solid, like better than me actually for the day per account, because you guys did pretty good. Javier said, don't forget to mention the pennies. Yeah, so Javier did 3,907 and 13 cents. Big 13 cents right there. That's your tip for the day, Javier. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't see anything else for this over here. All right, other than that, I think that's about it for us over here. So yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. I don't see anything else for me to answer right now. Let me see if there's anything else. David said, I thought the big reason was better or next to zero spreads, but I think the spread thing seems to be increasing once funded. Yeah, David, the spreads are only good for Bitcoin. It's not good for US 30. It's the same thing. So the only reason to really go with funding talents for Bitcoin, but like you said right there, the spread does increase once funded. So it kind of makes it unrealistic, right? They kind of trap you. They make you think that you have a really good spread during the challenge phase, but once you get funded, they manipulate it and increase it. So that's why I don't like funding talent, guys. They just do like, not that I know, but from what I heard from other people, is that they do some shady things like that. Like sometimes they'll be late with payouts, or they're not really, they've only been around for like not even a year now, I believe, or maybe just a year, because they started to copy FTMO. FTMO is like the gold standard in funding. So that's why I stick with FTMO. but yeah, I mean, I don't really mess with funding talent. So if you guys have questions for that, you guys can probably pop in the chat and ask one of the members. But I personally haven't used them, so I don't really have any opinion on that funding company. All right, guys. So I think that's it for today. Hopefully, you guys locked in some massive profits. Looking over here at the saved profits over here. Let's see. Salarm locked in 3,000 for the day. Javier locked in 3,900. Albert locked in $30 right here. Patrick locked in 2,987, about 3,000 basically. Ternica locked in 218. Her other account, she locked in 619. Eunice over here locked in 100. Romano here locked in 1,021. Dennis over here locked in 75. So you guys can see here, if you guys have a big count or small count, it doesn't matter. You can still lock in profit. Nico locked in 1,454. Tariq locked in 3,333. Zachary over here locked in 670. Mark over here locked in 116. Kyle over here locked in 342. Tariq over here locked in 2,828. Nico locked in 450. Javier locked in 1,251. Isaac locked in 420. Tariq again over here, 2,500. Nick over here locked in 430. Jasmine locked in 895, about 1,000. Nico locked in about 10,000 right here. Roman locked in 682. KJ locked in about 593. Cheryl locked in 2,273. Jamie locked in 642. Jerry over here locked in 1,810. Romano again 780. Jasmine locked in 1,000 off this account. Raheel locked in 460 off that account. Rick locked in 1,212. Patricia locked in 1,450. Kyle again right here, 138. Steven locked in 1,447. EW locked in 1,771. Robert locked in 4,386. 3,685 on this account. Brittany locked in 913. Romano again right there. Man, this list goes on, guys. I like lost my breath right at this point. Josh locked in about 3,000 right there. Steven locked in about 1,000 right there. Rick again right there, about 1,000. Kenton locked in 2,705. And Vincent locked in 152. So those are the profits from just this morning. We've only been on live for like less than 2 hours. So very massive profits for everyone here. And then again, for, my profits right here as well. I locked in about 4,000 in total for my accounts right here. I locked in 1,907. And then my first account, 1,747. I only took 3 trades today. So 3 trades and locked in some pretty nice profit. And that's pretty much it. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. So I think that's it. Yeah. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out. I'll be on the Telegram for a bit. If you guys want to email me, I'll probably get to you at that point. I have about like 300 emails to get through from this weekend. So it's going to take a while for me to get around to everybody. But if you guys do send me a message, just give me about a day or 2 to respond to you, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So other than that, if you guys can like the stream on your way out, that'll definitely help us continue to grow this channel and find more people who want to profit with us here every day. So other than that, I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the live session, and I'll see if there's any Forex trades to call from now until Asia. If not, we'll just keep going on with the week and we'll see how it moves from there. So other than that, great day, guys. Great way to kick off the trading week, and I'll catch you guys back